Ooh, way up. Okay, there we are. We're back. We're back. We're back. I'm clean shaven. Well, not really. Somehow even looking worse than usual. Tune into a Dicker stream and the worst thing isn't the shirt. How's it going? Hope you're feeling better. Thank you very much. Yep. Okay. I am. Okay. The flu has no longer got to me. The fever is no longer in my head. Bro, what the fuck is that mustache? Look, okay. I was having issues. The issue I was having was I was getting very, very warm. Okay. I was getting very, very hot while I had a fever. All right? I was getting very hot while I had a fever. And the only thing that I could think to do while I was ill to fix it was, oh, fuck it. You know what? Yeah, we'll just trim off the beard. We'll just shave off the fucking beard. That'll sort it out. That'll fix it, right? So we did that. But unfortunately, as you probably noticed, it just makes my mustache stand out 10 times more. And so now I look like a 70s pedophile. Yeah. I mean, if you're going to be a pedophile, you'd hope to be the best kind, right? 70s was kind of the high point. So, there we are. Okay. Thank you, Space Station, for the gifted membership. I hugely appreciate that. Oh, man. Where you getting all of these shirts? Well, out of the 70s as well. Same place I'm getting my kids. Yeah, same place I'm getting my kids. Get some nerd glasses, and the look is complete. I think my glasses, my ordinary glasses, look bad enough, right? I don't know, are these like a 50s style? Yeah, something like that. Nick Fuentes, if he was white. What, instead of Mexican? Yeah, maybe. Okay. Speaking of Nick Fuentes, is there any Nick Fuentes stuff? Oh, that's not who I'm thinking about. Yeah, speaking about Nazism, dude, I took a look at, like, the Aiden Ross fight that he was organizing with the Gypsy Crusader guy. And what the fuck is that other guy called? Is it Super Hot Fire? Super Hot Fire? Something like that? Yeah. I don't know. I tried to watch some of that. It just looked like the most fucking, like, we criticize black people for doing race-baity shit a lot. You know what I mean? I just feel like this is race-bait in the other way. No? Gypsy Crusader won? Gypsy Crusader did win. Yeah. Gypsy Crusader did win. But take a look at the fucking press conference they held before it. Like, the entire time, they're talking about, I don't know, he's just being racist. Is that his only thing? I think that is his only thing. Okay, it's just him being racist to, like, his black opponent.
Can't believe you're continuing with this shirt.
Thank you. But it's just him being, like, racist to the other guy. It's like, okay, is this all we fucking got now? Is this all we're fucking doing? Alright, great stuff. And then they start the fight with Aiden Ross doing an extremely obvious fake Hitler salute. It's like, dude, oh my god, this is so... Even if I was a fucking Nazi, I would feel like this shit is, like, way too fucking performatively corny. No? That you've literally got a Jew there trying to aura farm off doing a fake Hitler salute. Like, come on, dude. Come on. He has an SS tattoo, what did you expect? Well, for some fucking reason, that was too far. I don't get that at all. Yeah, doing a fucking Hitler salute, being just like, I mean, there's no other word for it, just outright racist to your fucking opponent. That's all fine. That's all okay. You know, making 1,000 jokes about the fact that Aiden Ross is a Jew. But apparently, the SS tattoo goes too far. What? If you're gonna go whole hog, go whole hog. Why are you covering it up? Yet the sweat wiped away the fucking paint anyway, so there's no point. Yeah, here's the fucking video. Here's the whole fight. Joker Waffenfriend. No fucking way that's the guy's... No fucking way that's the guy's Twitter handle. Okay, nice. Fought a technical fight and won a split decision on skill. But this is how it fucking opens up. Yeah.
Congratulations to the Newmans.
Grand Wrist is not
You
misogynistic.
did great. Good job, guys. Yeah, they did good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill you, bro. All right, whack. Yo.
It's just so fucking corny. It's corny beyond belief. And yeah, so when they first get into the ring, I think Gypsy Crusader... Okay, yeah. So they've painted something else over his tattoo. But after a while... Have they... Yeah. At the end of it, eventually, I guess the paint wears off. The fucking tattoo comes through. If you're gonna get a fucking Nazi tattoo, why go for the fucking SS logo? I don't know. Like, the swastika? Is that fucking chopped liver now? I don't know. I don't understand Nazis. I don't think. Goes hard. I don't know. Personally, I feel like Nick Fuentes is like funny enough that I don't really mind it. It kind of like slips underneath for me. He's funny enough that I can kind of like look past like the racism. I don't really mind. He tells funny jokes. He's got a certain charisma to him. But I just feel like with Gypsy Crusader, it's just racism. There's not really a joke there. He says like shock jock racial stuff, but it's just like, okay, this feels incredibly fucking lowbrow. I don't know. Feels very, very fucking lowbrow. You don't want to be mistaken for a Buddhist. Well, he's gonna get mistaken for a fucking Viking, innit? Like, that's where the Zegroons came from. Isn't that how people became racist? What do you mean? What, through being funny? Maybe, possibly. I mean, a lot of Jews are very xenophobic against Palestinians. I could see that, yeah. Like, slowly you start agreeing with them, and suddenly you're racist. What with Nick Fuentes? I mean, that is Nick Fuentes' appeal, yeah, but to, like, 15-year-old children, who don't really have a coherent political ideology, I think. I don't know. Fuentes can be funny? Yeah, of course. Gypsy Crusader is just a white supremacist. Yeah, that seems to be the case. Dude, after watching the Louis Theroux documentary about the Manosphere, I don't know if I've just... Because I've been watching a bunch of Louis Theroux stuff. So I don't know if I've just been reset and I'm now totally libbed out. And I'm just like, oh shit, there are actually people in the world who are like genuinely kind of genocidally racist. That kind of person does actually exist. Oh man, I don't know if I'm living out. I don't know if I'm going soft. I'm sure I'll be back to being that far away from saying the M word every stream very soon. Don't worry about it, okay? Don't worry too much. 80 IQ Romani Duncan on a 79 IQ black. Yeah, basically. There's a Louis Theroux documentary of real skinheads from the South. That's what I watched, yeah. Dude, that was such a fucking brain-melding fucking thing to watch. Because on one hand, I'm listening to the Nazis talking about Jewish people. And I'm thinking like, wow, okay, I would say something maybe similar to that. Okay, I would say something. Yeah, but I don't mean it. Holy fuck, these people actually mean it when they fucking say it. Okay. Okay. Like, I think I was having a similar reaction to when Aiko was watching me shit-talking old ladies wearing, like 20 kilograms of makeup to make themselves look like a different human being, right? I guess when Aiko was watching me saying that, I had a similar reaction watching Nazis say actual Nazi stuff. But in a non-ironic way. I guess I forgot that, unironic Nazis exist, I guess. I don't really know. I don't really know what the surprise was for me, but yeah. Bad combo with that mustache and shirt, bro. You look like an NPC you'd beat up in Vice City for a particular reason. Okay. Nice. Yeah, I can see chat. Oh, also, that's a brand new update that we had the other day. Yeah, I don't know if it was me being ill, and so I had an even worse ability to read, or what. I've changed the fucking, I've changed the font on chat so I can read it every time now. There will be no more misreads. We are getting through it. Yeah. Racist humor online is meant to lower your guard so you become open to racist ideas, classic Stormfront tactic stuff. It can be mixed, okay? It can be mixed. Some people use racial humor that way. Some people use racial humor because it's like easy shock jock stuff, right? Easy peasy. Yeah. Your kick chat was pretty bugged last stream. Yeah, I saw you guys saying that like kick chats weren't going through. Obviously from my end, I didn't see any of that, but yeah. One of those fucked dyslexic fonts? No, but I saw them offer that to me. Wait, hold on. I know exactly what you're talking about, Hengist. Dyslexic font. Holy fuck. Yeah, here we go. Okay, me personally, this just does not work for me. This doesn't work for me at all. I see, like, every now and again, dyslexia advocates saying that people should use this type of like typeface. This doesn't work for me at all. This just looks shit and strangely confusing, and all the letters look like little eyes staring at me. I don't like this shit at all. It's like the ink has run slightly. That makes it worse. It makes it worse. It makes it worse. Yeah. So I've just got like the typical Google font that you'd have in a Google search, and that works way better for me. Yeah. I see the thick bit, focus on it and get distracted by it. Yeah. That's what I'm fucking thinking as well. I'm just so overcome by how strange it looks. I forget to read. Oh man. Yeah. Dude, I don't know. Has anybody else here watched the Louis Theroux documentary on the Manosphere stuff? So I watched that last night. And I was a little underwhelmed, maybe, by it. I don't really know what I was expecting, to be honest. But I found myself a little bit underwhelmed at the end. Because obviously, like, being in this space, everybody knows the figures in the fucking Manosphere, right? Everybody knows Fresh and Fit. Everybody knows Sneeko. Everybody knows Andrew Tate. All of these cast of characters, everybody's seen before, and they already know it, right? Aiko and Chud want to watch it. Chud might have. Okay. Yeah. My parents liked it. That's kind of the reaction that I expected. Yeah. So people who've got no clue who the Manosphere are, or maybe they've seen a clip of Andrew Tate here and there, I feel like they might get a little bit of new information out of it. But in terms of like a dissection of the Manosphere, I don't really get that at all. I don't know. I didn't get that at all. It made HS Tiki Toki look like a retard, but like, he's not really part of the Manosphere, is he? I wouldn't say so. I wouldn't say that HS Tiki Toki is part of the Manosphere at all. Like, he feels like a total orbiter, hanger-on loser, right? He's like an IRL kick streamer. I don't see him as really part of the Manosphere, but he becomes the fixture of the documentary. So there's that, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. Has Dickers finally stopped pretending that his inability to read is needing glasses? That's part of it. Fuck you. I saw a clip of Theroux on Romesh's podcast, and it seemed incredibly basic. I did see that. I was thinking of watching it, but unfortunately, it's like an hour and a half long, and it's like somewhat fucking boring. If you want to send me a clip, feel free. But yeah. We'll see though. I don't know. Dude, this is so fucking retarded. Okay, here we go. So Sneeko puts out this tweet talking about it. This documentary accurately portrayed how the Manosphere identified and capitalized on spiritual warfare. What the fuck does that mean? No clue. Without providing any actionable solution. Yeah, the Manosphere doesn't provide any proper solution. It provides like a vague solution, but yeah, not really. I wouldn't say it's an effective solution at all. But anyway. But I don't think you need Louis Theroux to explain Lambos and whores will not save you from porn and feminism. Okay.
Okay, bro, you're getting too big for your boots.
That's not going to read out in TTS, though. I wish it would. Thank you, Tyrone, for the 8 months of membership. Hold on. Let me slap that shit in fucking Google Translate. Let's get a fucking TTS going there. No, fuck you.
Now fuck you.
Here we go.
Olula lula lala wawala lula lula hulu shirt.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the 8 months of membership. I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, but the shit that people say underneath. Did Sneeko say this, or did he delete the message? Like, oh, well, Louis through. Here we are. Here's the fucking retard that made me mold. Louis didn't offer any salvation, nor did he do any exposing. All he did was let the morally bankrupt melt at the slight gaze of self-reflection. Have you watched a Louis Theroux documentary before? Have you watched a Louis Theroux documentary before? Oh my god. And this is the infinite fucking cope from the Red Pill as well. That you can critique the Red Pill, okay, and dismantle their ideas, but if you don't offer an alternative or a better solution, then you can't make the critique. It is so fucking retarded. It is so retarded. And it is only the weakest ideologies that do this as well. Like, communists do this all the time, and it's really fucking annoying. Like, you can argue against communism, argue against Marxism, you can argue against their particular pet ideology, and unless you can, like, address all the qualms that they have with capitalism, then your critique fails? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It's, like, such a boring fucking way to see an ideology. It's so fucking retarded. Yeah. Yeah, but that's about it. That's about it from the Louis Theroux. I was thinking of as well, because occasionally, like, we do interviews here, right? Occasionally we'll get somebody on and try and, like, dissect them a little bit. Like the Arctic Snowpaw stuff that made it into the Toastify video. We occasionally have people on to, like, interview them or, like, stimulate a little bit of drama. And I guess I was thinking how you could apply, like, I guess the approach that Louis Theroux does and how you could utilize that. I'm not convinced that it actually applies to the digital space. I'm not sure that the digital space actually benefits or, like, rewards you for a more, like, slow-paced engagement. The only reason that works for Louis Theroux is that he can go after the fact and do a bunch of kind of post-processing to, like, edit it all together and make it look really good. But I feel like, especially in the digital, like, in the commentary space, everybody expects all of the interviews to be posted, right? Maybe it'd work for somebody who does want to go out there and make, like, like, YouTube documentaries, like Toastify or Turkey Tom. I don't know if it works for us on streaming, though, you know? But, yeah. Maybe it's something to apply. Maybe it's something to apply. Ugh. Okay. Yep. There we go. So for anybody who hasn't watched the documentary, it's a really weird mix between, I guess when he's talking to them one-on-one, some of these guys, okay? Some of them he manages to get one-on-one, no cameras, no show, nothing. But the main guy that ends up in the documentary is HS Tiki-Toki. And half of the time that they're speaking to him, he's not just performing for their cameras, he's also got a live stream going on, right? So in terms of, like, the way that you would expect a normal Louis Theroux documentary to go would be he goes along with them, like with the Westboro Baptist Church stuff, right? He's going along with them, going to the picket lines, like, spending day-to-day time with them, kind of inhabiting, like, their space. But he's spending one-on-one time with them, right? And it's a lot of kind of, like, slow conversations, getting to know them. A lot of these guys, it feels like he's got, like, appointments for 1 or 2 hours, and then that's it, yeah? And when the Westboro Baptist Church people are, like, picketing funerals or doing whatever preaching work they're doing, he can still have, like, an honest and frank conversation with them. But when he's speaking to people like HS Tiki-Toki, he's live streaming. He's not going to give you sincere answers, right? He's, like, performing. He's, like, amping it up at that moment. So it's kind of useless. It's kind of useless. So I feel like all of the guys that he speaks to have got their persona on, like, the entire time. And so you don't get to any kind of deeper level. You know what I mean? Although part of me wonders how many of these guys have actually, like, the face has grown to fit the mask. How much that has happened, you know? I don't know how much these people are actually fucking real. Where's Watson, my favorite alpha male manosphere creator, to get life lessons from? Oh, Johnny Bravo probably does better at dissecting the fucking alpha male guys than anybody else, you know? Pickers in funerals, you mean doing the Lord's work? That's exactly what I mean. That is exactly what I mean, yeah. Oh, man. I just don't know how... I just feel like digital creators are probably not liable to the same kind of insight or documentary expose making that normal people would be, because they're constantly prepared to, like, inhibit scrutiny. Long-standing scrutiny, right? Like, live streamers and, like, digital creators, that's what they experience day in, day out. Whether it's from other people's communities, whether it's probably even from their own community as well. They're, like, used to that. It doesn't really faze them, right? But, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, those are my thoughts. For what it's worth, those are my thoughts about the Louis Theroux documentary. Overall, he's probably good. Made my girlfriend fucking seethe. Oh, man. She doesn't like manosphere content. She doesn't like that kind of stuff. Even to laugh at it, I think it's hilarious to laugh at it. She doesn't. She's like, what kind of disgusting people birthed these guys? Who are their parents? Who are their parents that they go out and push this stuff online? I think it's just really, really funny, but she doesn't share it at all. She, like, seethed and had to walk away within the first half an hour of it. I told her she wouldn't enjoy it. It's like, no, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I like Louis Theroux. Nah, she didn't believe it at all. Misogynistic woman immediately blaming the mother. HS Tiki Toki has got a fucking bitch of a mother. That is actually fucking true. I can't fucking watch it on stream. I can't show you a clip. Unless, is there a clip online? Louis Theroux Manosphere. HS Tiki Toki mum. No, I didn't see anything. No, I don't think I see anything. Shame. Alright. Yeah, she seems like a huge fucking bitch, though. In one sense, she's like, no, I'm not into racism. No, I'm not into, like, blaming the Jews. No, I don't really like it when he shit talks women. When he's trying to act as though, you know, all women are whores and, you know, cheap vessels for him to stick his cock into. And then as soon as Louis starts, like, I don't know, criticize, try and poke and prod, or be a fucking interviewer and do a documentary, she's like, now you're just saying stuff to upset him. Now you're just saying stuff to upset him. What? Shut the fuck up. What? How are you defending this shit? You said you're opposed to it a second ago, you fucking wanker. He starts asking questions about Harrison, HS Tiki Toki, Harrison, right? About HS's arrest that he's been running from. This is why he hasn't been to the UK in the last year, I think. There were like 2 warrants out for his arrest, I believe. I think. 2 warrants out for his arrest. And Louis starts asking about that, you know, as you would imagine a journalist to do. And she jumps in and derails the conversation. No, that's not fair. You're not being fair to my Harrison now. Shut up, bitch. He crashed the car and then fled the scene. Maybe fuck you. Maybe you're the problem. Maybe you should get fucked. I don't know. Maybe it's your fault that he's turned out like this, entitled spoilt brat. Throwing drinks down girls' tops when they fucking reject him on stream. Have you ever thought that? Maybe. Maybe women are the problem. Maybe even for misogyny, okay, women are still the problem. Oh, red pill fully vindicated on getting women to like you. Well, if they're your own mum, yeah. Because she's the one who'll be stuck with Harrison after the interview. Identify by that. Identify by that woman cope. Yeah. Ooh, Ichika VT sub account. Ichika VT sub account. Hello. Nice to meet you. This is my first time here. Greetings from Japan. Your appearance and voice are wonderful. Thank you very much. Hey. I'm glad that even Twisted Tea is fucking agreeing with me, okay? I'm glad I've got women on my side when I'm hating on women. That's fantastic stuff. Wait. Hold on. Oh, I thought you were a fucking bot account. Okay, how's it going? Brandon Buckingham posted this yesterday. He gets mocked for it and for being a pussy, so he ends up deleting it. The same day, deletes it on the same day, and straight after the post, he posts this video to TikTok. Oh, I saw this! Dude, I saw this tweet! I saw this tweet when it was still fucking live. I bookmarked it, and it was gone. Boom. I thought he was posting his fucking greatest hits. You know? I thought that he was posting his highlights. I'm guessing not. Why, man? Dude, you just made a huge fucking video responding to a troll who was mocking you for your hospital appearance. And it is still not even plugged in. Dude, even if it does nothing, even if the only purpose of this is to, like, I don't know, turn on a fucking vibrator, to do a fucking x-ray machine, just please, at least, okay, you don't need to turn it on. Could you at least plug it in? Just as a favor to me, could you plug it in? Oh my fucking god. So he deletes it on the exact same day, and straight after deleting the post, he posts this video on TikTok. Gay Shitto says, I don't know much about drugs, but according to a quick search I didn't look into, ketamine and whippets, this person says, in their opinion, what he's on can fuck up your nose, requiring surgery to be done on it. Worth noting, he talks about having breathing problems when going over his weird symptoms. Hold on, do we have a link to the TikTok? Because I know there's a video here. I have got a Dicker's TikTok account that I can use. Brandon Buckingham. Yo! Okay, we've got it. Nice. Nice. Hey,
to the coward that sucker punched me and tried to rob me, I hope that shit was worth it, because you didn't get $1, and you still got shot like 4 or 5 times, bitch ass. Hey, to the coward that sucker punched me and tried to rob me, I hope that shit was worth it, because you didn't get $1, and you still got shot like 4 or 5 times.
Did this actually happen? I'm gonna call fucking fake on that. What the fuck? I'm thinking possibly drug deal gone wrong. No? Is anybody with me? Dude, why the fuck are you posting shit like this? What the fuck is this? Why was he out? Did he not just get surgery? That's a good point as well. Did he get a rhinoplasty?
All around us,
fuck me. Did he get a rhinoplasty? And now he's posted this to be able to give an explanation for why he's got like a bloody nose. Because that looks like he's gone to the fucking hospital, right? That looks like he's gone to the hospital. That's like medical equipment, no? Usually if you got a bloody nose, you just stick a fucking tissue up it, and it's done. It's just nose surgery? I think it's just nose surgery. Yeah. Dude, he just looks like such a fucking dope in this image, man. I can't fucking help it. It's so fucking stupid. Okay, that's the Brandon Buckingham updates. Also, do you want a live stream? We've been talking about being on ketamine multiple times. Feel free to fucking link it. Yeah, go. Yeah. Did he get nose surgery? Compare the noses. All right, we'll have a look. We'll compare the noses. The difficulty is it's all pushed up. I mean, it could be... I don't know. It could be like swelling from getting like a nose surgery. I'm not sure. No, this is not me, Ichika, you know. This is not me, thank you. Look at the skin. What about the skin? Won't be able to tell for a while if it is. It is very swollen. It is very swollen. My organs don't work. Well, add another one to the list, I guess. Dude. I mean, it's not just, it's not me. Oh my fucking god, dude. Jesus Christ, I've just realized. Yeah, me and Brandon Buckingham, especially now that I've fucking trimmed the beard, is like, we are the exact same brand of human being, aren't we? We are the exact same flavor of white person. Fuck me. Yeah, okay. Clear line of skin attached. What's this image that you're trying to link to me, David? Okay, so you're saying right above.
That sucker punched me and tried to rob me. I hope that shit was worth.
You're saying there's a very clear new line of skin. I could see that, actually. I could see that. There's definitely a difference in the coloration.
I'll put a...
Is it a shadow? I don't know. It's possible. It's very, very possible. Me, Brandon Buckingham, and Brad Taste in music are just like, we're basically triplets separated at birth. It's pretty fucking bad. Same mustache and same taste for ketamine. I don't know, ketamine's like the best drug, I think. No? Yeah? Okay. It's much flatter. There is a certain difference, yeah. Wait, what?
I'll put a video right now on Twitter that someone posted towards Turkey Tom, and this guy's like mocking. You'll see.
Oh, this is the best bit of the video. Sorry for a quick detour. Somebody's trying to get the ketamine clip, but until we find that, I think this is the... Oh, dude. Let's take a little bit of a walk down memory lane.
Oh, if I survive, it'll be a long way to recovery. You hear that, Tom? Looks like your friend's gonna be a fucking turn-up for the rest of his life. How unfortunate, huh? Heart failure. Oh, he's gonna die. Yo, don't get me wrong, it's really cute you're sticking up for your little friend who got hurt. But I think it overall is pointless. I think anyone who donates is an idiot. Tell him I said reach for the stars. See ya.
All the people that...
Dude, okay. It doesn't hit the same now. I don't know what was going on with me that night, but it doesn't quite hit the same now. Oh, man. I was cackling when I first watched that. Your friend's gonna be turned into a turnip. Your friend's gonna be turned into a turnip. Dude, I was fucking crying when I first watched this video. Tell him to the reach for the stars is so good. That is pretty fucking good as well. Yeah. Wait, okay, nice. 4 minutes in, he starts talking about doing ketamine. For, I believe, the whole rest of the stream. There's no way that's true.
There we go. LOL, they got a taste of power. Yeah, mods, let's take it easy, okay? Take it easy. Not trying to call you guys out, but let's slow it down. Cringe Channel said, bro, I am also skinny. Not eating is terrible. Yeah, not eating is a big no-no, but it's getting better. That's the good thing. It is getting better. I'm feeling better, and I am just happy to be where I'm at. But I wanted to talk about the title of the stream. Negative emotions are a call to action. And what was making me think that is I'm editing this Juggalo video. And I know you guys haven't seen it yet. The Patreon cut should be out either tomorrow or the next day. But man, that the Juggalo video that is from 2023 it's humiliating, dude. It is humiliating. I am I went there with Donovan Crip Daddy, and I wanted to show him like a real Juggalo time, and I guess my dumb brain's version of that was to get like super high. So I was doing ketamine the whole time, a bunch of ketamine, and just watching the...
Wait, what? I thought he only did drugs on video. Wait, what? I thought that he only did drugs on his videos. Right, so he has tried to cultivate this idea that he's doing drugs off camera. At the very least, okay, even if he's not lying about doing drugs off camera, which he clearly is, he does drugs off camera, he's trying to cultivate the impression that he is like a junkie, yeah?
The footage back is just, oh man. I like don't know what's going on. There's this part that's just...
He's got a cleaner mustache than me as well. I'm very jealous about that. I'm very, very jealous about that.
It's like an hour of footage of just me falling on the ground and getting up and not knowing where I am and falling on the ground. And then we cut the camera and then I tell my camera guy to continue filming. And then...
Oh shit, okay. Ignore me. He was filming.
I start talking incoherently and then falling on the ground. And then I start puking and... It's hard to watch, man. But watching that footage makes me really happy that I'm on this path and I'm getting sober and I'm getting better. But dude, I was
I'm not hip to what the kids are into these days, but ketamine's pretty serious, eh? I mean, ketamine's not that serious, right? It's not like, I would say, on like a tier list of the seriousness of drugs, I'm probably going to give like weed is probably like a D, cigarettes are an F, heroin is an A, crystal meth is an A. I would put ketamine at maybe a C and coke at a B. Yeah? That would be my personal tier list in terms of like how harsh it is. Yeah? How hard the drugs are. I would say that ketamine is like a C for me. Fuck, I didn't even think about a fucking S. Okay, I might have to rejig the fucking... We'll do a tier list later, actually.
They hold out in a horrible way. And it really interfered with my ability to enjoy the gathering of the Juggalo.
Nah, meth is lower than heroin in harshness. Really? Okay. Yeah, but heroin is like... Dude, the problem with heroin is it's like impossible to beat it in terms of addictiveness. No? I think heroin is probably like the most Moorish drug.
And enjoy my time with Donovan, man. The last time I would get with Donovan. Luckily I spent the last 2 days.
It can be serious. Can overdose on it if not careful. Ket above coke. You're fucking crazy, dude. It's so much easier to overdose on coke than it is ket. I'm pretty sure if you overdose on ket, just means falling into a K-hole and not being able to, like, move. No? Moorish? I would also say that, yeah, heroin is like a very, very Moorish drug. There's always a little bit more, you know? Like a bag of sweets.
Not on ketamine and being able to hang with him. We had some great moments and all that. But, yeah, definitely lost some valuable time there off that K-hole, man. And I'm not proud of it. And it's embarrassing. And I think when you guys see the footage, you're going to be like, yikes. You're going to be yikesing. Also, can I ask you guys a favor? Can I ask you guys to like the stream? I know I don't want to...
No, I'm not saying that. Okay, to be explicitly clear, okay, especially talking within YouTube terms of service, no substances are safe, okay? You should not do illegal drugs, especially unless you're not getting them from like a fucking medical provider, okay? That's to start off with. So all drugs are dangerous. I agree. Okay. That being said, cocaine is more dangerous than ketamine.
I don't want to ask too much of you. I know I don't want to ask too much, but every like, it's one more rep I'm doing in the gym. Every like on the stream. Someone told me I should ask you guys that, so yeah, just smash that button, see what's up. I don't know. I guess it matters for, I don't know.
Fentanyl's the final boss. I don't really know if we have fentanyl in the UK. I could be wrong. I've not heard of fentanyl deaths happen in the UK. That feels like it's a US thing.
How streaming works, so I don't know if it matters, but someone told me to ask, so.
The euphoria feeling from coke is short, max 30 minutes. Yeah, but the impacts in terms of heart rate go on for longer, right? And so you do more and more and more, and it's like easier to overdose from.
Yeah, if you could do that, I appreciate it. If not, I still appreciate it, boy. Damn, we got some likes. I just saw 18 likes. Is that Shotgun Willie in the chat? Is that the real Shotgun Willie? My Shotgun Willie? My king? God damn. But yeah, as I was looking at the footage of me at the Gathering of the Juggalos on ketamine, out of my mind, in a K-hole, on the ground, puking, it just makes me think that all that shame I was feeling about my substance use was needed. Not to...
Vomiting from ketamine? Is that a side effect that people get from taking ket? I've never heard about ketamine making somebody feel sick. That's not the... How much are you fucking taking, dude? Ketamine overdose side effects. Huh? I mean, you gotta be fucking mixing it with some crazy shit.
To say that you guys should feel ashamed, but I'm just saying that I think I needed that shame and those
He was doing whippets at the same time? Oh, okay. I could buy that
negative
then.
emotions, because I think if I never let myself feel bad...
No, but everything is cut? Okay, again, illegal drugs, don't do them. They're very risky. I'm pretty sure that ketamine is a lot easier to tell if it's cut with something else, right? You get it with, like, the crystals. So, you know, if it's already, like, cut up and in a powder, you're getting it mixed with something else. But if you've got it in the crystals and you've got to cut up yourself, yeah.
And I never let myself feel that shame, then I never would have started this journey. And I'm really happy that I'm on this path, man, and I'm really happy to be here with you guys.
Yeah, I mean, I'm taking a look at oxfordtreatment.com, and they're not saying that ketamine is an overdose in ketamine causes like vomiting or causes you to throw up at all. Yeah? Ketamine overdose symptoms: marked sedation or unconsciousness, yeah? Respiratory depression or dangerous and slow breathing, periods of altogether stopped breathing, low blood pressure, slowed heart rate, cardiac arrest, seizure, stupor, coma. I'm not seeing anybody say that you're going to vomit. Ah, okay, apologies. So, according to the NIDA, short-term effects of ketamine may include nausea. Right, okay. Fair enough then. That's weird. Mixing ketamine with other drugs? Yeah, I mean, at that point, it just gets somewhat unpredictable, right? Damn, okay.
But yeah, I was just thinking about that, man. If I didn't realize how messed up I was and I didn't allow myself to feel negative, I probably wouldn't have made a change. And I think a lot of the times, your negative emotions are a call to action. Are you anxious about work? Maybe you need to work harder at work. I know that's not always the answer. Because sometimes I feel negative and it's just like I'm caught in a thought loop, right? And there isn't anything I can tangibly do. But maybe the call to action there is to find a better way to think about it, or find a better way to digest it. I don't know. I just feel... Do you get what I'm...
Dude, I don't know. If you see eat it before taking it or mixing drugs, okay. You saying if you eat it? I don't think that's usually how you'll take ketamine, but whatever. I feel like if people are mixing drugs, you probably deserve... I'm not going to say you deserve everything that's coming your way, right? That's a little bit harsh to fucking say. But if you're at a party and taking a new combination of drugs for the very first time, you're like stacking risk factor on top of risk factor. You're engaging in taking drugs at a party, which is high risk anyway. And then you're going to fucking mix them? Dude, like, I've got very, very little sympathy for you if something goes wrong. You know what I mean?
I'm saying about the negative emotions thing? For instance, like in wrestling, bring it back to wrestling, bring it back to my sport, my singlet sport. I used to beat myself up so bad when I would lose. I used to beat myself up so bad when I would lose and feel so negative, but I wouldn't do anything about it when I would feel negative. I would just lose and I'd be like, oh, I lost, I suck, I'm not good enough.
I'm not seeing him talking about whippets. Okay. Doesn't seem like he does talk about drug use for the rest of the fucking video. I was lied to. And we got a little bit of discussion out of that, though. Interesting. Nice. There are damage multipliers too. Coke and alcohol metabolizers if used simultaneously. Yeah, it metabolizes into, was it coca ethanol or something like that? It's like, yeah, twice as fucking risky. Because, I mean, people take it because they're like, oh, wow, it makes you feel even better, right? It, like, synergizes, makes you feel even fucking better. And then not maybe thinking about, like, okay, it makes you feel even better than either of them individually. Maybe it fucks you up even more than either of them individually. It's like, dude, you are trying to get fucked. It's like 1:55 in. Unfortunately, the live stream only goes on for 1 hour 30. So I think you might be thinking about another one. Yeah? I don't know. Yeah. Drugs are harder to get in the UK and the US. Another strike against Britain. I mean, we're like an island nation. You know? I think Australia has the same problem. Yeah. Harder to get. But, yeah. I don't really know if we've got a very similar gang culture either. I mean, we just don't have guns, you know? You got drugs. Sorry. You've got knives, sure. But you don't have guns. So maybe it's just less bloody? UK is known for ketamine. I could believe that. Yeah, it's a lot more common in the UK than it seems to be in the United States. Yeah. Actually, I knew a guy who was like, well, he wasn't really in with, I guess, gang behavior. But he was like running in those fucking circles. I do not know why. I've got no fucking clue why. The guy was always really fucking straight-laced, and occasionally, sure, he'd like go to parties and take stuff. But then as soon as he went off to uni, he started going like massively off the fucking deep end. Every time I'd see him, he'd be telling me like a new story about somebody who got like knifed in the neck. Jesus Christ. You sure you're having fun at uni, mate? You sure? Yeah, no clue. But apparently he'd get discounts on stuff, so I guess he was living the life. Yeah. The bladder problem with ketamine addicts is primarily studied in the UK. Really? That's interesting. Yeah, I feel like that shit's overplayed, but yeah. Not to endorse it, not to endorse it, not to endorse it, not to encourage it. It's bad, okay? It is a side effect of long-term use. But I mean, you gotta be taking that shit like every day for that to start kicking in. At least from what I've read. I could be wrong, yeah? I should probably stop talking about this altogether, actually, especially on YouTube. We'll move to Kick later. I did make the promise last stream. I'm going to honor the promise that we are going to go over to Kick and do some eugenic stuff. Maybe do some copyright stuff that we wouldn't be able to do on YouTube as well. We'll talk about it there, if we're going to talk about it. Dude, I once got a video fucked because Russell Brand made an offhanded comment to being aid to D's. Yeah? About his pass of being a DA. And that got the entire video fucked, so there we go. Yeah. Man. I'm from California, close to LA. I've seen a lot. Yeah, USA gang culture is pretty unique and pretty wild. I mean, it's not unique, you know? They've got similar things over in South Africa, just like failed states, you know? Yeah. That's about it. What, Tectone's live? I doubt it's with anything interesting. Is it? Oh, this is the video that he's talking about. Gathering of the Juggalos 2023, making dreams come true. So this is the video that Brandon was referencing. Okay.
Don't worry about the shit that you can't control. You gotta learn to live with it.
This is what it is right here. Wicked clown.
Bro, I've thrown up so much.
I can't feel my legs, dude.
Whoa, whoa.
Let me park the Ferrari up real quick.
Dude, what was... Oh my god, what's that guy's name? E.G. Lately. Yeah, E.G. Lately. Apparently, in E.G. Lately's retelling of Brandon Buckingham, he said that Brandon Buckingham didn't know what to do with his life after his brother died, and so he made YouTube videos to educate people so that they wouldn't do drugs by showing them the nasty side of doing drugs. I don't think so. I don't think so.
What is a juggalo? Let me think for a second. Well,
My first year at the gathering, I asked it.
Let's skip to the interesting bit. Brandon's big night.
Meow, meow, nigga.
It's whipping time. I don't think I can walk right now. Look at me. Look at me. This is what happens. Too many whippets. No, it's fucked up. Don't do whippets. Hey, can I have a hit?
Eat shit, Mom!
Don't fucking die. I'm just kidding. I love you.
Wait, hold on. So the video at the very beginning is dedicated to the guy in the wheelchair, disabled, doing whippets in the fucking video. Dude, what? Yo, my party with this guy fucking killed him, man. That's how crazy this shit was. Rest in peace, yeah? We'll see you in a moment, big guy. We'll see you in a moment, big guy. What?
Actually, let me think about that for a second. I am sorry, Mom. Actually. Genuinely. I'm sorry, Mom and Dad. I am sorry.
No way his fucking name is Crip Daddy.
Let's get more. Let's do more.
We need more. You know, if you would have asked my doctors at the age of 5 what I'd be doing at this point in my life, they'd say, he's dead. But look at me now, living my best life.
Don't worry about the shit that you can't control. You got
I'm such a fucking asshole. What the fuck is this video? Why cut that? Sorry, why not cut that? Why fucking leave that in, dude? Why fucking leave that in? So fucking bleak. It's so fucking bleak. The video starts with him in his fucking wheelchair, and then rest in peace comes over the screen.
Don't worry about the shit that you can't control. You gotta learn to live with it.
But he can control it. Dude, he could have controlled it. Look at this fucking guy as he's talking. Sweat is pouring over his fucking head. He's not partying. He's not fucking jigging. He's sitting in a wheelchair. Somebody get this guy to a fucking medic. No?
Fuck the medical community.
You guys remember Danimal?
They call me Danimal, so when this goes viral, just think about me, all right?
Hey, I'm having a weird night tonight, so we're just gonna go do mad whippets. Yeah.
For real. Always stay hard.
I'm out of my mind. How's Brandon doing? Is he fucking dead?
They ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Eat a bag of dicks, you bitches. Yeah, or show your asshole you're a fucking cop. We're gonna throw fruit at you.
Hi, Brandon. Hi, Brandon.
Saying hi, Brandon.
My boy.
Whoa, whoa. I'm cooking right now. Cold ass rock.
Fucking lightweights. Can't handle their gatherings.
I want to go home.
You want to go home?
Yeah.
Let's go to the car. Do you want to?
Wait, how old is this guy at this point? Didn't this guy become like a fucking high school teacher? Train to become a high school teacher, then work in that job for several years, and then quit it and start doing this. This guy's in his fucking 30s at this point, no? 2023?
To get you a ride?
Yeah, let's go
One
home.
of these fucking golf carts?
Yeah.
Heyo.
I don't know what's going on.
You just need to follow me, and we're gonna get you home right now. How's that sound? Or you can go
to walk.
There is no fucking way. If you type in on Google, Brandon Buckingham, oh my fucking god. The picture that comes up in the autocomplete is fucking crazy. The picture that comes up in the autocomplete is fucking wild. What the fuck? This is demonic. This is fucking demonic. This is demonic. This is way too fucking far. This is way too... Brandon Buckingham. And that's the fucking autocomplete. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Okay. So he's 30 years old as of 2025. And so he's going to be 28 years old in this clip here. Nice.
Yes, you have to walk or you go with the sheriff.
He was having a nice stretch, honestly.
Yeah. My back just hurt. We're good. I gotta go to sleep, man. I don't know what's going on.
And tomorrow will be another day. It's how it works.
Yo, stop recording him.
No, we're good. I'm going to bed.
He is recording himself.
We're gonna figure it out in the back end. Cold ass riding, whoop whoop. Someone help me though. I just want to help me here with this.
I'm right here, bro.
Clockwork E.
That was the time,
Are we home now? I feel like my nose is leaking into my mouth and my mouth is leaking into my eyes. Whoop whoop. I tried to become a juggalo, I became a juggalo, and then now I am a juggalo, and now I'm juggaloing on the floor. I feel sick. If you guys like this, you're gonna like the extended cut.
Oh my god, is he fucking thrown up into his nose? Dude, look at the color of his fucking puke. Yeah? And then take a look at the fucking color of his nose. He's thrown up into his nostrils. This is fucking bleak.
On Patreon, check it out. Extendo cut, whoop whoop, gang.
I want to make my mom and dad proud. They're tired of me living at home, doing this bullshit, man.
All right, so where?
Oh my fucking god, dude. Jesus Christ. Oh, that's fucking bad. That's pretty fucking bad. That's really fucking bad. You scared off a Japanese guy? I didn't scare off shit, okay? Brandon Buckingham did that for me. I didn't realize this shit was this bad. Okay. Ugh. Nice. Nice. He went back the next year. Wait, really? I'm guessing that video banged then. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. Okay. We'll move on to other stuff. What is this clip that I've been sent? Best friend kick. YouTuber Chud Logic exposing single VTuber mom accused of using her 4-year-old to attract adult fans and even meet IRL. Okay, nice. Yo, Twisty, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Can't fucking think about it without getting enraged. So basically, DK put up, you know the segment we did the other day about that VTuber person that used their 3-year-old to voice that lolly song? DK put the segment up and it got taken down because of child safety. But the thing is, the videos I was watching are on YouTube. They're all on fucking YouTube, dude. Oh my god, I fucking hate YouTube, bro. Fuck you. Fuck you, YouTube. I don't...
I mean, the brutal fucking thing is sometimes with YouTube, it's the language that gets picked up, right? You can self-censor and try and like tiptoe around the fucking topics, and you're fucking golden. But as soon as you actually point out what's really going on, yeah, you'll get fucked over it. Yeah.
No, if I have a problem with it being enforced, is in like, yeah, obviously it's fucking deranged. But it's like the person talking about it gets fucked, but the person that's done it is like A-okay. It's like... that, like, why are they not getting fucking banned? Like, why are they not getting banned off the platform, bro? They're literally using their kid as pedo bait on YouTube. Oh my god, bro. Fuck you, YouTube. Literally, fuck you, bro. Literally, fuck you. They've got their fucking channel up, bro. This is the person that's doing the thing that you just fucking warned me for, you fucking retards. Holy fuck, dude. You fucking Indian morons, bro. They've got their channel on YouTube and they're doing the thing that you have fucking taken my video down for talking about. Is this not fucking outrageous, dude?
And he clicks on the fucking Tetris song. That's not the one. That's not the one. That's the woman singing that, Chad. That's a song about Tetris.
Pedophiles! Pedophiles everywhere! There's pedophiles on YouTube all over the place. But I'm the one that gets my video taken down for fucking talking about it. It's fucking outrageous, bro. It's totally fucking outrageous, dude. This person is feeding their daughter to pedophiles on the internet. Like, dude, oh my god, it's so fucking infuriating, bro. Oh my fucking god, dude. 4-year-old VTuber. Oh my god, bro, it's outrageous, dude. It's outrageous. So they're allowed to put 4-year-old VTuber plays Minecraft, okay? But we're not allowed to put VTuber uses her 3-year-old to bait her nasty fans. So this is allowed, but my video isn't, apparently. Japanese pedophiles all over it. Both the mom and the daughter are so cute. What we found...
Ugh, Dickers, isn't this the wolf pedo argument was? I was just about to say, Jacob. Yeah. Yeah. It's very, very hard to argue about this stuff without giving like the illusion of Mama Max. But it's just like a frustrating reality about how YouTube works, isn't it? It's probably worse for Chud since he's a father. In terms of the way that he wants to talk about it, sure. I saw that he was raging over
I think your content didn't follow our child safety policy. We have 0 tolerance for predatory behavior on YouTube. Content that sexualizes minors in any way is not allowed on YouTube. Oh, that's interesting. Well, when the fuck are you going to ban this channel, you absolutely pathetic faggots? Any chance of you doing something about this?
We disavow the usage of that word. In the strongest possible terms, we of course disavow the usage of that terrible, terrible word. Ah, this is a kick stream, okay.
Channel then? YouTube, any chance of that at all? Where they're feeding their 3-year-old child like meat to their pedophile audience? Any chance of that anytime soon?
Your boy is in Tokyo right now, and I'm about to meet up with Otsuka Ray's crew. Obviously, I'm not going to vlog the actual encounter itself, but I do want to share what I bought for the crew. Alright, firstly for Otsuka Ray, I got her this watch. Pink dial with the diamonds. You cannot go wrong. I really hope she likes it. And then for Reika-chan, she loves Kuromi. So I got her the nano block, a Kuromi, and then also this limited edition watch. And then another funny story too is I was going to get her the limited edition Seiko Kuromi watch, but I think that watch goes for like $500 or $600. So if she wears that to like daycare, I'm like 1,000.
This guy's a pedo, man. What sort of pedophile? You're literally thinking about going to daycare. Oh god, it's just gross, man. How is it allowed to subject your child to this shit, dude? It's nuts. This is an example of the meeting.
Yeah, there we go. Wait, no fucking way. He got a clip of the fucking meeting. Wait, dude, because I watched the original one where he's talking about buying her gifts and going and flying down. I thought that was fucking weird and grotesque, and that guy is, yeah, like a complete fucking weirdo. I didn't realize that the guy had actually fucking filmed it. I thought that all of this stuff happened off camera.
My name is Otsuka Ray. I'm a single mom Vtuber from Japan. My daughter is
So for my first interview, I wanted to sit down with a OG fan of Otsuka Ray. Her name is Lexi, and she's been a follower of Ray-chan since she was at 6,000 subs.
Do you want to quickly introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm Lexi.
Trans.
I help moderate the official Discord, actually. And
Can't make it up, can you, eh? What the fuck, dude?
I've been a member of Otsuka Ray and a Fanbox supporter for 3.5 years now.
My goodness. So like, just to give more perspective for the viewers, when you followed her, like, where was she in her career, and also like how many subs did she have?
So I actually specifically remember she had 6,000 subscribers back then. You know, back then, Reika couldn't even talk yet. She was.
And you're looking back on that shit and thinking fondly about it. Because I've been tossing and turning. I've been tossing and turning at night thinking about the people who watch this fucking streamer with the fucking little infant 3-year-old there. It's like, dude, are these people like women who find it cute, the fact that they've got a kid? Or are these pedophiles? And I've come to realize, after looking back over the comments again, it's like 50-50. It's 50-50. Half of the people are pedophiles, and then the other half are people who just like, oh, kawaii, cute kid, right? But they're, I don't know, permissive. They're permissive of sharing an audience with pedophiles. They're fine inhabiting the same fucking space. I don't know.
Why are they acting like this is normal? They sound like this is all totally normal. What? Oh my god, bro, it's fucking nuts, dude. What on earth? This is fucking insane. How is this accepted by people? It's totally deranged.
Even talk yet. She was she still had a toddler model even.
She had a toddler model. She had a toddler model. Yes, this is. I mean, I guess that the infant is there behind the scenes and is, you know, moving to make the model move.
And her streams, her chat was so slow that she actually.
Don't talk about this on YouTube, though. Don't talk about it on YouTube. Not allowed. Not allowed to criticize this, apparently, or your video gets taken out for child safety. But it happening on YouTube in the first place is A-okay, apparently, according to YouTube, I guess. They've got no real problem with it. They've got no real fucking issue with it in the first place. Oh my god. What the fuck, bro?
Okay. Yeah. Chud morphing into Red Hulk. Chud morphing into Mama Max. I don't know, that's like a Mama Max argument, isn't it? I think that's like a Mama Max argument, I think. What's next? It's only a hop, skip, and a jump to calling YouTube pedophiles. You know? Saying that YouTube is run by pedophiles. Well. Indian CEO. Okay. Nice. The Oscar Ray thing was, is just like, I don't know. It's blown up. A lot of people are fucking talking about it. And I've not seen any motion on the fucking, on the substance. I don't know if there's people who are making videos about it. Or if people are going through and trying to dissect it and trying to uncover it. What would be really interesting in my mind? Now, maybe I've been binging, like, Louis Theroux documentaries too much. But somebody going through and, I don't know, doing like a Channel 4-esque documentary where you're going to like uncover this weird fucking world and pointing out how fucking strange it is, and maybe trying to like peel back like the skin or peel back the surface and maybe have a look and evaluate what's going on underneath that content. That would be interesting, right? But yeah, this weird fan documentary where they're just going in and saying like, "Oh, kawaii, how cool is this? Let me show off this cool new VTuber." No. Dickers, do not cover the VTuber. I repeat, do not cover the VTuber, and it's not YouTube safe. Oh, dude. I covered it before Chud. I covered it before Impleton. I feel like people have seen this shit on other people's channels and now are coming back. First to recommend it, and then now to warn me. I've already done it! You guys have got no fucking loyalty. I swear to God. Still can't believe you went live with that hair. Yeah, how about fuck you, yeah? How about fuck you? Okay. Calling Nicandros, we need our strongest ally. Yeah, I passed it over to Nicandros. I don't know if he's got any interest in taking it up. I just don't know how much damage somebody like Nicandros could do on this one, right? Because they've got a predominantly Eastern audience. And they're an Eastern content creator. So what's the penetration? What's the penetration through that? You're an English content creator making content for a largely American audience. I just don't know what kind of rumbling that creates, if any. But possibly. I'm telling you, okay? It was trans people maybe 2 years ago. Yeah? Before that, over the last year, it's been ACC creators. I'm telling you now, the next commentary trend, the next place that we need to start looking for people to milk is the VTuber scene. It is ripe. There are so many people there who've had basically no scrutiny, who say and do the most retarded fucking stuff, and they are fucking hilarious freaks, okay? That's where we need to be fucking farming next. That's where we need to talk about fucking energies. Yeah. There we go. Wait, what? Can you do any damage? The pedos aren't going to be disgusted. It still is going by the mod. Never mind, I thought you meant pedos. No. I mean, like, an audience overlap. That's mainly the thing. Yeah. Bro, it's already happening. I know it's already happening, okay? But I'm giving a big prediction, okay? We have not had any huge dramas blow up yet in the VTuber space. We absolutely will. Leaflet was the first of a long list of VTube creators to come. Absolutely. VTuber fields are full of fresh meat just waiting. Ooh. And I've got a brand new combine harvester. Let's go! Okay. Predicting a war in 1940. Listen, okay? At least the prediction's gonna come correct. Fuck you. Fuck you. Mama Occo and the Under the Tea podcast is going mainstream, I'm telling you. I'm not saying their content is gonna blow up. Okay? What I'm saying is that as a commentary topic, it's gonna explode. 2026 is the year of the VTuber logging. 100% mark it now. Kodiakvt is a VTuber. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And you've got pre-existing clout connections to, like, huge content creators. Asmongold has got a tie to a lot of these different people, you know? You can plot the content creator connections pretty fucking easily. It's like those photos you've got, you know? Where you've got Hitler shaking hands with one guy, who's shaking hands with another guy, who's shaking hands with Queen Elizabeth, you know? It's like those fucking images, but it's, I don't know, Asmongold shaking hands with Nux Taku, shaking hands with Leaflet, and then Kodiakvt VT, you know? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Dickers is just a gay Nostradamus, but at least I'm a Nostradamus. At least I'm a Nostradamus, yeah. Oh no, their dramas are gonna go mainstream. Possibly. Yeah, I mean, the issue is a lot of these guys are, like, very isolated. That's also the issue, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. If we get down to it, we might cover some of the Kodiak stuff. Oh, dude, that has actually been really fucking funny. Because I've seen it. I guess I haven't made content out of it yet, but I've been seeing it, you know, bubbling up, spilling over, developing, maturing. It could be a good drama. We're going to have to see how it goes. It could be a good drama. Yeah. Yeah. Because my, the original tweet where I was talking to the guy and then he was like seething back, talking about his military experience, that time that 6-year-olds were pointing at RPGs in, that got botted by a bunch of like star-based Twitter accounts. And I think a lot of them were just like spewing out like random shit. A couple of his chatters saw that, okay, and then it going around with, do you know this you know this Dixter guy? You know this Dixter guy? Yeah, he was caught chatting to minors, bro. This Dixter guy's a pedophile. And Kodiak was repeating it. Kodiak was repeating it based on obvious bot comments. Toby869234 squiggly line says Dickers is a pedophile, and he's running with that. So we might see what we can run with. Okay? We might see what we can read into actual tweets, by the way. We're not making stuff up, you know? We're not pulling things out of thin air. Looking into things that he said before, seeing what we can possibly pull out, and why he's got such a fascination with 6-year-old ball sacks. We'll have a look now. We'll have a look. Possibly murdering civilians, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Yeah. Yeah. Hop on Fortnite, they dropped their Tung 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 Sahur skin. How's it going, Cam Nuggets? We might be playing Eugenics later. I'm going to stay away from Fortnite for a while. Is the Tash you going undercover? Oh, into the pedo VTuber community. Yeah, that's the way that I'm getting in, I think. That's the way that I'm getting in. Yeah, I've got the look. NHS prescription glasses. Unkempt hair. You know? Unmitigated stubble. Pedo mustache. That's the way that I get my little look in, you know? I've even got a little scar. I've even got a little scar on my chin from when a 5-year-old had had enough of my abuse and gave me a fucking uppercut. Yeah, there we go. Did you hear Viaquay called you sexy? Yeah, I saw a lot of that stuff. Wait, when did I see it? Dude, the Leo convoy leaks between him and Gilded Poo, the leaks of that space has been absolutely fucking insane. Lo and behold, somehow Internet Adjacent is involved in that group as well. Hold on. Lio Man Bad. Is that his Twitter account? Let's have a gander. I've got a face for VTubing. I appreciate that. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Dude, this guy retweets Total Slop like crazy. Okay, I've got to it. Yeah, here we go. Dude, it's totally fucking insane. It's like the Sinister Six. It's like I'm Spider-Man, and now I'm looking at the Sinister Six, and they're a retarded fucking dog. In this call, you've got a sexual assaulter, yeah? You've got a grooming defender. You've got a doxer. And you've got Vincent fucking Martin. You've got Vincent fucking Martin there as well. What? Dude, it's like the fucking... What's the fucking... The meme picture with the Hydra? What's the meme picture with the Hydra? And then the last one is, like, dented. The last one is, like, fucking retarded. Hold on. Yeah, okay, here you go. Somebody needs to make, like, a new version of this. Somebody needs a new version of this. but with 4 heads instead. Hold on. Ghidra? No. I'm talking about this, okay? It's this call, you know? Doxer, sexual assaulter, grooming apologist, and then you got Vincent Martin in the fucking corner. That's what I'm fucking thinking about. That's my fucking vision. But yeah, apparently these guys are like all in a fucking group call together. What the fuck?
Can be like, Wolfgang sucks. All right, Lio, let's go on your stream.
Yeah.
It's like, how do you...
I was like, yeah, I can see how they suck, but the whole Lio thing, yeah, you got a point there. You got it.
Like, didn't Lio do almost everything that I am accused of doing?
Really? Damn, dude, the Hopeless Peaches drama bubbled up way fucking more than I thought that it did. Lio Convoy got accused of rape? What?
Like, actually put minors into 18-plus spaces? No, I'm not talking... Well, obviously, I'm not talking about the rape. I'm not accusing Lio of being rapist. I felt like that went without saying, but...
Dude, this is like fucking Hitler saying that, didn't Gandhi commit all of the crimes that I am accused of? Didn't Gandhi do all of the things that I am also accused of? Okay, not the genocide. What are the crimes, bro? That's who you are. That's what people fucking know you for. When people are thinking about evil allegations the internet adjacent received, rape. That's who you are. What the fuck?
What are we talking about? What? Accusation.
Didn't Lio actually put minors in 18-plus spaces?
This guy's playing. Oh my god, you're actually playing the game. Oh my god, I put you on this game. Look at this guy playing the game that I recommended to.
I'm so fire at it too. You suck. I'm better than you, Ziggy.
I'm good. Look, I'm so good at the game.
Fucking gay.
Who
I
was
was
playing
doing
all
it
day
yesterday
yesterday?
for gameplay footage.
You're so no, because you're awesome at this game, buddy. I'm very good at this game. Okay, I'm pro.
Also, okay, I want to.
Okay,
so yeah,
can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Lio Trauma dumped on me that his grandpa raped him.
Yeah.
When I got
He was gonna kill him. Was this before or after it came out publicly? I have to ask you that.
Is that why he doesn't like gay people?
Yeah. No, it's true though. Was it before or after the shit
You should have just responded with, did it feel good though? You should have actually just told him that.
Internet adjacent's just glad to hear about a new fucking rape, I guess. ZV's loving it even more though for... I don't know quite what reasons. Yeah. Also, I cut it off there because the fake laugh is grating. Yeah, and the fake laugh goes on for the entire fucking rest of the recording, by the way. Okay?
You're so no.
Was this before or after it came out publicly?
Yeah, he starts fake laughing at 1 minute, skip to the very end.
Oh god.
Fiaqui, I think it's the hardest I've ever heard you laugh.
That's when he ends. That's when he stops laughing. Oh my god. But yeah, I don't know why Vincent Martin is in with these fucking people. It is the weirdest shit possible. I understand why everybody else is, right? I mean, Fiaqui has been shot out of spaces that I didn't even know existed because of the doxing stuff. Jar has been ostracized for understandable reasons, and then Internet Adjacent is just widely regarded as a, freak, probably a sexual assaulter, and like a disgraced liar. I don't know why Vincent Martin is hanging out in these spaces, though. I don't know if he's just like, I feel like he might just be like, he might just be Iran, Well, Iran's a bad idea. Iran's a bad example, but like, he's like anti-commentary. And so he decides to hop in with all the other anti-commentary guys, not realizing that a lot of the anti-commentary guys are just like either retards, freaks, or just like evil people. All to take down Lio Convoy? Question mark? Dickers? Question mark? I don't get it. Yeah. I don't know why either. We've not talked in a while. Yeah. A Vincent Martin Internet Adjacent video with Internet Adjacent talking points would go hard. Well, you say that as a joke, Hangest. He did say that he was considering doing that. That was on the horizon as a maybe. Apparently he had a lot of issues with the way that the Polo story was all reported. So that was a maybe. That was a maybe, and I was looking forward to it. But he never finished the project. Yeah. Vincent is a bumbling buffoon. Yeah. It's hard to get too angry at Vincent. You kind of get what you expect. You know what I mean? Yeah. There's a soft spot in my heart. As there is with Jar, to be clear. I quite like Jar. I like to root for Jar as like an underdog. The IA guy keeps telling me it's all bullshit. Oh, from Vincent's perspective. Yeah. Actually, dude, what was the most recent video that Just a Robot put out? Just a Robot. Is this it? Oh no, it's not there anymore. Wait, he tried to make a video on Internet Anarchist. Did he take his video down? What? I could have been sure there was a video about Jewish people on here, wasn't there? I was sure there was a video about Jewish people. The blandest man on YouTube, Internet Anarchist. When going after H3 goes wrong, Cruel World, Happy Mind. Is this the one that I'm thinking about?
In this episode of When Keeping It Real Goes Wrong, some blonde bimbo makes a terrible hit piece on a pair of Jews and gets gangbanged by an entire podcast. Then gets bullied by the entire internet into holding a strong political position that she literally couldn't give less of a fuck about just a week before. My name is Just a Jewbot, and today we're covering how Cruel World Happy Mind went from a woke socialist to a national socialist.
Dude, I saw Beckett cover this video, and he was hating on Jar the entire time. What is Just a Robot doing? What is Just a Robot doing? This is so sad from Jar. Jar, what are you doing, bro? 186,000 subscribers and only 5.1k views. What are you doing, bro? This is like out of 2016, dude. This type of content got old so long ago. Dude, this is fucking awesome. This is like the best thing ever. This is the best video that Just a Robot ever fucking produced, actually.
Alright, so before you ask, no, I am no longer just a Chudbot. I am now just a Jewbot. I did convert to Judaism after my last video. I got my foreskin cut off, I flew to Israel, and I kissed the Wailing Walls. So Shabbat Shalom, Daddy's home. What I'm trying to say is that if you don't like me for any reason, you are doing another Shoah, and I will be reporting you to the ADL so that you are banned from Israel, and I will have your bank account taken away.
I was wondering, if you're put onto your website, are you banned from Israel?
So being part of a tribe...
Morning Kumite reference, a Morning Kumite reference in 2026? Sure, what are you doing, bro? This is awesome. This is amazing. Dude, it's not even what he's saying. What he's saying is like total coal. It's just the fact that it's got the Jar autism voice to there to like back it up, you know? That's the fucking best bit. Oh my god. Oh god, I'm getting PTSD flashbacks from when Beckett played this. Yeah, Beckett played this and hated on it the entire way through. This is the worst take that Beckett has ever given, by the way. This video is Kino. I'm not gonna play the fucking rest of it. Or am I? No, I'm not. Okay, we'll get to actual fucking content. Alright. Let's have a gander. Let's have a go. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at Internet versus... What the fuck is their name? Some Japanese. Oh! Otsuka Ray! Let's go for that. Okay. So people have probably seen some of the stuff. You've ever seen me cover it, Morale, Himpleton, Chud. Lots of people have been talking about this. But it's basically a woman who uses her 3-year-old infant to be able to pedo bait to her audience of... Wait for it. Pedophiles. That's right. That's who's watching the content. It's a mommy and daughter VTuber team where she gets the little infant to sing songs about being a lolicon. That's what their content is. Anyway, let's have a look. I want to see what the internet's reaction has been. Let's go internet versus.
A popular VTuber with nearly 500,000 subscribers has gotten into drama after threads on Atsuka Rei went viral, calling her out for posting her 3-year-old daughter online singing a song called Lolly God Requiem.
How do you cover this without getting mass reported by pedos? I guess unlike Chud Logic, I've got no pedophiles in my audience, you know? Like, dude, this guy shits on Queeman all the fucking time, saying that Queeman has got a pedophile audience. Who the fuck do you think watches Queeman, bro? Your community, that's who watches Queeman. He's your fucking orbiter.
Song with lyrics about how if perverted men were to touch her, they would go to jail, and seemingly joking about purifying the men's thoughts. The threads also went into criticism about Atsuka Rei liking various comments by users directed at her daughter, saying things like, Reika-chan dances so beautifully. Remember, don't touch her. But some defended her, saying she clearly just liked tons of comments en masse, and it's not a direct endorsement of these words. There's lots to get into, so let's just jump in. Welcome to the internet versus Atsuka Rei. It starts on the YouTube drama subreddit when Presentation Plain posted these screenshots with the caption, Atsuka Rei used her 3-year-old as a bait, and he attaches pictures of Atsuka Rei's profile along with her 3-year-old VTuber model, along with other pictures of comments that we will get to here in a moment, but OP captions it by saying, Atsuka Rei was recently called out on Twitter when she announced doing a collaboration with herself and her daughter with Iron Mouse, another large VTuber. There may be other posts before this, but this is where I found out about this drama. And for context, they attached this tweet by Syndicate, showing that Iron Mouse retweeted an Atsuka Rei post, and Syndicate says, Iron Mouse has platformed a VTuber with a history of using her own child to p-bait for content. It's either she is not aware of this or she doesn't care. Either way, it's not a good look. Promoting a content creator catering to pedophiles is a terrible idea. Please.
I truly just do not fucking buy this idea. Where's the link to the original short? Hold on. Because people have tried to run this defense for the mum involved to say that she's got no clue that pedophiles are watching this and clearly enjoying it. I mean, maybe she does have a bot that's going through and automatically liking the comments. Maybe she's not doing it herself. But look at the overall impression of the comments, okay? You cannot tell me that she has no clue who she's catering towards. She knows exactly who she's catering towards. Okay, here we go. Shorts. Most popular of all time. There we go. Okay. Where's the little tab for the comments? Oh, dude. YouTube sucks sometimes. The app. The web app fucking sucks sometimes. Okay. Just look at the fucking comments, okay? She knows. Why do you think that she had to add this 9 months ago? In Japan, this song is generally known as a humorous meme song. Not true. People have been fucking fired over posting this song, by the way. It's not widely regarded as a humorous meme song. People know what the lyrics mean. It's not accepted there. You can write this out in English to try and fool the fucking Western audience. That's not true. Go and look at the Wikipedia page for the song. Okay. My daughter liked the song, and she danced and sang along to it. The short has been warmly received by many pedophiles, and it is part of our precious memory. Just look at the fucking comments. I mean, he'll go through and he'll show us some of them, but I'm telling you, it's the overwhelming sentiment of this comment section that this is a lolly singing lolly. That's what people are fucking talking about.
Please do better. And OP continues, and this post called her out for having a short of her 3-year-old daughter singing Lolly God Requiem, a lolicon song. I'm sure you can find the lyrics, but since they are fairly explicit, I will not post them here. I decided to go and do my own digging through the comment section, and what I found was extremely shocking. Comments that are directly engaging with the idea of her 3-year-old daughter as a lolicon, while being liked and hearted by the mother, Atsuka Rei, one explicitly saying, rubbing against you, or I'll use this as motivation for my time in prison. Personally, I think Atsuka Rei used her own child as pedo bait, but what do you guys think? And Flo replies with this screenshot of the lyrics from Lolly God Requiem, and some of the lyrics go like this: Lonely lolly lolly God descends for you. When I ring this bell, there's nothing you can do. This is the salvation, Requiem, let's go. Touch me, get arrested. Kiss me and you're busted. 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm sorry. Oh, you say you're sorry, but I can't really hear you. Get purged, Lolly God's Requiem. Requiem. In the future, yeah, I don't want to be liked by the likes of you. Just go wash your dirty mouth with mud now. We have a date in court, okay? Now then, officers on the way to come take you away. Delusional, you are a horrible guy. Why don't you go and die? Nichan, please wait, Nichan. What would your parents say if they found you simping like this? Nichan, you're so damn cute. Oh, thank you. Good job. And the poster says, for anyone out of the loop on the song, here's some lyrics. The basic premise of the song is that a 9-year-old child singer calls herself the Lolly Goddess and tries to cleanse her adult admirers, the original creators of the song's viewers, dirty thoughts about her by sending them to jail by pulling the tab of her pocket alarm, common among Japanese children and women. There's also a small part of the song about her shooting her adult admirers with beams to purify them, a little end joke of the original creator of the song. Shigure Yui uses an Yui beam to purify bad thoughts in the chat of her live streams. Technically, it is a song decrying pedophilia, but even
No, it's not. Okay, go on.
and that is a pretty flimsy defense when the song relies so heavily on imagery surrounding Japanese lolly culture. Red school backpacks, personal alarms, the threat of jail for doing something, and so on. I think it's pretty...
Okay. Is it worth going to the actual fucking music video of this original song? Because that, if you just look at the lyrics, maybe you can come away with that impression. That's not what the original song is trying to do. The original song is teasing pedo bait. That's what it is. Wait, hold on. Yeah, here we go. I'm not going to play the original stuff because I'm going to get copyright raped, okay? But this is purely for fucking scientific purposes. For anybody left in the fucking audience who thinks that maybe it's decrying pedophilia, this is the fucking music video, okay? Wait, that's not the bit. Okay, that's not the bit. That looks relatively innocent. I mean, okay, I'm not going to play more than I fucking need to, but there's bits where she's like shaking her fucking ass, very fucking obviously what they're trying to fucking do. Yeah, I mean, it's just not, yeah, it's just not fucking worth it, is it? It's just not fucking worth playing it. But for anybody thinking that it's a legitimate song decrying pedophilia, it's not. It's about pedo bait.
pretty iffy to cover the song even outside of the original, even if you're an adult. It's a community end joke of Shigure Yui's, so the humor of the song is entirely lost when one covers it. But making your kid perform what is basically a pedophilic end joke from another creator is just straight up harmful. It just shows how normalized this crap has become in modern Japanese culture. It is obvious why it happened. Her child has allowed Itsukure to grow her channel exponentially faster than before, and is a central part of her content, something that really shouldn't have been a thing in the first place. And the Bee from Nature replies, "The thing is, a lot of the time it coincides with humiliation fetishes. So the real question is whether the lyrics are against it or against it, you know? The song personally never sat great with me, but for adults, sure, fuck it, do what you want. Problem is when instead you're bringing in a real child." And Lesbians for Kafka replies, "Oh, it's absolutely just a humiliation fetish thing. Bratty young girls are a popular trope among lolicons. It's basically a song made for the original singer's lolicon fans." But then as for the comments that we said we will get to here in a moment, the presentation plane posts a bunch of them.
It's inviting unwanted attention, at least. I mean, it's not inviting unwanted attention, okay? It's inviting wanted attention. It's all about a bratty fucking lolicon who is trying to tease pedophiles in order to put them away. We've got a date in court. Touch me and you're busted. Dude, like, it's so fucking obvious what's going on. And it's the idea that a child could have that kind of mentality, right? It's like a weird lolly dom humiliation thing. It's like, dude, it's fucking sordid to think about.
For example, WTG.
I mean, obviously everybody normal knows that that's not the way that a child would act. That's totally unrealistic. That's got to be total fucking fantasy, right? Pedophiles just think that, like, children are kind of like small adults. They don't think about them in any different way. They are under the genuine belief that they can have a relationship with them because they've got the same desires, thought processes, maturity to be able to deal with sexual topics.
Saying, "Everyone in the comment section, including me, is a lolicon, lol. Well, she's really cute." And a user saying, "I'm rubbing against you, so cute." And another one saying, "How young is that angel?" And merely a duvet saying, "Aw, Reika-chan dances so beautifully. Remember, don't touch her." And a user saying, "So, this is Requiem. Thank you. I'll use this as motivation for my time in prison." And another user saying, "Amazing, a 3-year-old. And together replying, "Where is the prison where Reika-chan is the warden? Haha." And another user,
That is it. That is it. Oh my god. I mean, it's point fucking proof, and I doubt that anybody fucking disagrees. I'm raging out at seeing people give the defense online. This is the response that it's supposed to elicit, okay? Oh my god.
Together replying, where is the prison where Reika-chan is the warden? Haha. And another user saying, is it possible to execute this as per the lyrics? And Taki says, it's too cute. Don't touch it. You'll be arrested. Wishdom Pimbake says, funny thing, make ice cream for your little brother, and donates some money, and Atsuka Ray replies saying thank you. Then there's more posts like Rui who says, cute, skilled, her singing ability is so good it's hard to believe, she's only 3 years old, precious, V is so cute, her voice is so cute, Lolly is divine, sunflowers are cute, One Piece is the best, small and cute. These are the only things I can think of. More comments of people calling Reika cute, like Asekai Tenshi who says, Reika-chan is so cute, I think I'll support her, and Stella Leveling who donates money and says adorable, and another user makes a big donation saying the true Lolita God's Requiem is amazing. More donations saying true this is.
I would actually be interested if somebody wanted to go through and tot up all the donations that she got from this song alone. It's insane. I've never seen people throwing money at a YouTube short like this before. Very rarely do I see people with YouTube videos get super thanks, but what? YouTube shorts are getting shit tons of money thrown at them. Something different is going on here.
Zone is saying a true requiem for lollies, and
yeah, Dick is reading through the Wikipedia page for the song. Japanese radio stations have refused to play it when requested in the past, so the song is controversial over there too. Yeah, take another look at the Wikipedia page, okay? And go and have a little gander on there. People have been fired, okay? Because as part of promo, I guess, they've included this song in like a TikTok stitch, okay? Brand managers in Japan have been fired for including this song. It is controversial. People know what it's about.
And just 2 more comments saying the absolute peak of cuteness, and this adorable creature is now a protected species. And here's the tweet people took notice of Atsuka Ray talking about Iron Mouse, where she says, Mousy talked about Reika singing her song. Someone showed us the clip today. My daughter Reika loves this song and sings it all the time. When we watched the clip together, she was blushing and giggling the whole time. She was so happy. Thank you to everyone who shared Reika singing with Mousy. We really appreciate it. It was such a special moment for us. And then Vomit Grub quote tweeted her by saying, this mother had her daughter sing Lolly God Requiem, a song about a lolly teasing perverts as part of a fetish. I'm so tired of the blatant monetization of pedophilia in this fucking community. And Lay Kala replies, what the fuck? Ew. There is zero chance her mother wouldn't know what that song was about or know what a lolly and lolicon is. If she somehow didn't know, that is still an awful move as a parent. I feel sorry for her daughter. And Grub replies, it really is the disregard of people sexualizing her daughter for monetization. Her whole marketing angle is a single mother, which is fine, but not at the expense of her baby. Jalen replies, always kind of had this chick clocked. A, involving your child in content creation and making them part of the brand is a red flag in general, and B, giving them a lolly model knowing the community is also very weird. And Echo Eclipse replies, a lolly model? Brother, she's actually just a child. The fuck else is her model gonna look like? And
well, dude, oh my fucking god. You could have them as like a not humanoid. Like, this is a minor fucking critique, but yeah, you could have them look like something else very, very easily. A little bug, a fly, a squirrel, like some kind of animal. That would be like equally as easy. But yeah, you know what the community's going to do with it.
Jalen replies, not a model Cunny Rapist 69 can easily draw on graphic porn of, would be a start. And Inko Eclipse says, you're aware that people can and do make lolly art of non-lolly characters, right? Existential Bread replies to the thread by saying, this is disgusting. And also big yikes to Iron Mouse, basically promoting it. AADM replies to the original post by saying, yeah, hell no, we are not going to cancel Atsuka Ray. She's a single mom that was left alone to raise a daughter while being physically frail by some playboy.
Womp womp! Don't care! Also, if you believe like the sob story that this person has set up for their fucking career, you're like a total mark. There's no way that that shit's true, okay? That shit's going to be embellished. It's part of the lore for a VTuber. Dude, think, okay? Use a couple brain cells, rub them together, and just think for 2 fucking seconds.
And does VTubing as a fun hobby that turned into a job. She sings multiple popular Japanese songs, and that's just one of them. And Zuzu replies, she literally likes comments about her daughter being an IRL lolly. That is directly supporting predators who are getting turned on by children. And AADM replies, 1, that term isn't always sexual. A lot of the comments are just jokes, but yes, I'll agree that it's probably not the best to like those comments. 2, no, she doesn't. Please go look at her channel. This is one instance of a mistake. She only made one mistake. Why call her a pedo over this? Hidden Imagine Dragon replies, 1, the term is absolutely fucking sexual, and lolicons aren't fooling anyone by trying to pretend otherwise. Also, those jokes include comments about not touching her daughter. 2, she didn't record her daughter singing and then like all those comments by mistake. And AADM says, I'm not saying that she did it by mistake. I'm saying yes, this is a mistake. You can absolutely criticize her for this. There are ways to do so other than plainly claiming this girl encourages pedophiles. When if you
Dude, how is that an excessive frame into this? That is not an excessive frame into this. This is what is happening.
Even bother to watch her see her posts, you know is not true. And Hidden Imagine Dragon says, mistake implies some level of accidental action or misunderstanding. It's a way to deflect accountability. Lamau, her having normal content doesn't cancel out this weird shit. And AA says, okay, I agree that it doesn't cancel out. I'm just saying it's fucking disgusting to just make a public post like this and call her a pedo enabler in the worst light possible. Like, yeah, it is a big mistake, but it's not so big to the point where you can just say shit like that. Like,
it is, absolutely. You're like a huge creator online. I don't know what you could fucking expect. Dude, guys will be in the fucking trenches like this when somebody's just objectively fucked up, saying, it's not that bad, it's not that bad. It's just definitional fucking sweeping. Also, what they're referencing here when they're saying about, like, oh, she's like a single mom who got, like, laywayed by, like, some playboy. That's literally her story that she gives for herself. I have a tragic background. I was dumped by the man I loved and found out I was pregnant. Like, this is her entire fucking... This is what she fucking says as her background about why she became a VTuber. If you believe this, you're a simp, you're a mark, you're a pedophile?
Like, just be dead ass for a second. Do you really think all of her content is for enabling pedophilia? Hell no. Hold her accountable for this mistake. Don't just say that she was a pedo monetizer because that's just a disgusting thing to say. Area also quote tweets Atsuka-Rei's post by saying, a controversial video has been discovered through Atsuka-Rei's rising popularity. She has her real 3-year-old daughter singing Lolly God Requiem, with Japanese comments calling her the real authentic lolly while liking those comments. It raised...
She was so strong for getting dumped. Okay, here's my fucking theory, right? Because you don't usually get dumped by somebody and then happen to find out after you get dumped that you're pregnant. That's really unlikely. That's an incredible coincidence in terms of in like a sequence of events. I'm gonna say, likelihood, what's happened here? She was like sleeping around, went on a one-night stand, and then you got pregnant from a one-night stand. There was no boyfriend, there was no dumping. This is just a better way to be able to sell it to the fucking public.
This is a concern.
If she wants to keep the kid, more power to her, okay? But that story's not real.
It's over child exploitation. And they attach the screenshot showing Atsuka's pinned comment on the video where she says, in Japan, this song is generally known as a humorous meme song. My daughter liked the song and she danced and sang along to it. The short has been warmly received by many and it is part of our precious memories. And then there's comments we've already read, but there's a new one by a user saying, the authentic lolly has appeared, hearted by Atsuka-Rei. Otoharu Ryo replies, I don't speak on this thing often, but I feel a little inclined. I've been a face on the internet since I was 8 years old, maybe even younger. A few videos of mine went viral as a child and were reprinted to Nico Video at the time, which wasn't all bad, and I have a lot of really good memories from the time on top of all the bad. However, many comments at the time would be along the lines of, I'm going to marry that little boy. I wonder what is underneath the costume he's wearing, panties or shorts? Such a cute Shota can't exist. This led to many years of stalking and sexual harassment until I was even an adult and led me to stopping my activities for a handful of years to protect myself and go through therapy for the things I experienced and was unable to address publicly at the time as I was a child, and my questions and no's were not taken as seriously as I would have liked. Although I was doing innocent things like singing and dancing in costume, participating in spaces that were predominantly older audiences, much older than I was, and putting myself out there was unfortunately fodder for people.
This is what I was saying when I went through the content initially and then had morale on after the fact. Like, this is what I was saying. Like, you've got these VTubers like Emma who's spoken about this quite a lot as somebody who appeals to, I would say, okay, a similar audience. Yeah, probably pretty fair. spoken about the issues that she's had with stalkers and people trying to like find her out and meet her in real life. For VTubers, I think this is like a common occurrence. This is like a common form of harassment that they get. The idea that you're going to bring a kid into that fucking world and then put them front and center of the fucking content and think that nothing's going to go wrong. You're opening them up to risks that you might not be fully aware of, and they are absolutely not fully aware of, right? It's fucked.
I was singing R18 songs that were popular at the time, just because I thought the songs were cute sounding, singing and dancing into songs from series that were intended for older audiences, because people recommended them to me because they were popular. When we were given that kind of reception at a young age, it really does cloud our judgment, and we say, yeah, let's keep doing it. When we were putting real kids out there and singing things like this, even if they are perceived as memes or pop culture in certain spaces, it can be very dangerous, and both parties, the child and parents both, can fall into a cycle of wanting to keep going, simply because others like it, and views and a good perception from people can often cloud our value, worth, and opinions of our own selves and what we put out there. I can only
Emerald type stalkers are a joke compared to VTubers. Yeah, that's probably true. Like I've heard some horror stories. I'm not sure entirely about how the sphere works. Or exactly kind of discrete examples of this happening. But the impression that I've got it's really fucking bad. But I'm saying even if you look at non-VTubers, Emeru's had this stuff as well. This is something that female streamers just deal with.
hope that everyone is in safe hands and is protected from the possible outside factors that may see her in lights that is unsatisfactory. I know she has a virtual character and ultimately her face is hidden, which is good, but it's still a very sensitive subject that can face some very unfortunate repercussions later in life that can be very difficult to heal from if things are not handled with care. And Arya replies, "I'm so sorry you had to deal with this. It's exactly what I wish to prevent happen here. And well, it's happening. People are excusing it as it's just a dance, when it's so much more than that. I want the best for Atsuka Rei and her child. I hope she can change her ways." Amaret replies to Arya's original thread by saying, "VTuber caters to literal pedophiles. More at 11. And Arya replies, "VTubing is an art medium of self-expression. What you should be mad about are the individuals who allow it." And Existential Bread says, "It's just disgustingly normalized in the community to the point it's not really surprising." Gibbs quote tweets Vomit Grub's post that we read earlier by saying, "I've been told constantly that the terms lolly and child are separate, but why are so many comments referring to this real child as a lolly then? Keep in mind the title of the video is Real 3-Year-Old Sings Lolly God Requiem." There are more screenshots in the replies, and there is this screenshot attached that has a very—
Dude, is this a point that like we've all completely blown past as well? The idea that the title is literally Real 3-Year-Old Sings Lolly God Requiem. You know what you're trying to fucking do with that, no? The idea that maybe this is like totally fucking innocent. No, from the point that you're pointing a fucking camera, to editing the fucking video, to uploading it, to titling it, to reading all the fucking lolicon pedo comments. You know what's going on, right? Holy shit, you know what you're trying to fucking bait with that title. Sorry, I'm getting fucking... I'm fucking spurging now.
Requiem. There are more screenshots in the replies, and there is this screenshot attached that has various comments, some of which we've already read, but other people like Pepno saying this is a real lolly, Soda saying it's a real lolly, and more. And Gibbs continues, "Would you look at this? Sobbing emotes and whoa are both common phrases and emotes used by lolicons. It seems very inappropriate that these are being used in this context for this video. Someone even states that they are a lolicon, and another person says it's a song for lolicons." And there's various comments by people like Alex, who says this is too cute, Dian, who says whoa, and Amir, who says Reika-chan is too cute, Artistical saying I'm gonna cry, why is she so damn adorable, Miara saying this is too cute. Then there's this comment from KW2G who says, "Everyone in the comment section, including me, is a lolicon, lol. Well, she's really cute," and that was hearted by Atsuka. And then a comment by Alice saying, "I'm sorry, but making an actual baby sing a lolicon song is crazy work. Using her as content is already controversial enough." And then a smiley face.
Interesting. Why didn't that one get liked? Wait, doesn't she have a bot? She's got a bot that just hearts all the comments, doesn't she? Weird. That's really, really weird. So as soon as somebody's controversial or like critiquing what's going on there, then they don't get their comment liked. That's really strange. Huh?
Crazy work. Using her as content is already controversial enough. And then a smiley face. Gibbs continues his thread saying, "I found these comments to be very strange. The first two comments can come off as sexual innuendos. Keep in mind the translation may not be 100% accurate." And there's comments by Perspective who says, "I got goosebumps all over. This is a crime. I'm terrified it'll explode, and she liked it. Then another user says, I'm rubbing against you, so cute, and she liked it. And then 2 comments not liked where Kyo Takano says, Reika-chan can be my daughter, and Bergmite the Blue and Pointy says, it's only fitting to have an actual child actually singing this. Over on the VTuber drama subreddit, Jancho Bolas Tristes says, people are throwing backlash at Atsuko Rei because her daughter, a real child, sang Lollygod Requiem.
You need proof she liked other comments 8 months old. And we can go back and fucking get it then, can't we? Yeah? Comments? Newest? When's the last time that she liked a comment? Oh, cool. 3 months ago. And she likes a comment. I wonder, is this going to be supportive? How cute, a beautiful baby Reika-chan singing the UI Mama theme song. Somebody else? 1, 2, 3, excuse me. If she had making this, then it's good. I'm seriously gonna get arrested for this. Ooh, whoa! I'm a pedophile! Whoa! No, I'm sure she's got a bot though. I'm sure she's got a bot. I'm sure she's not just periodically looking into the comment section and liking the ones that are supporting her and saying that it's cute and saying that she's fine and saying she's not a pedophile enabler. I'm sure. I'm sure. I'm sure. Why is it playing in the background? Okay, nice. Wrong tab.
Attaching the tweets that we looked at earlier by Vomit Grub, and Azure Al replies, yeah, this is gonna get a nope for me. Fiction is one thing. Bringing in a literal child who more than likely doesn't understand what they are singing is bringing living, breathing humans into it. What are the chances she regrets this when she gets older? And it's just out there now. Frequent Major says, lolly song or not, the whole idea of shoving your child in front of the camera for views already feels gross to begin with. And Drowsy Lurker says, it might be normalized simply because Japan has a child idol industry that they don't really regulate, and it's usually run by parents. That might be the direction this VTuber is trying to go with her daughter, which is gross. See Flamingo.
I assume she has a pro-pedo bot. That's the real answer. She's got the pedotron. Yeah. She's got a YouTube channel being managed by the fucking pedotron. That's a plausible excuse. That could possibly be it. Oh, okay. Wait, Firestorm Harpy. Oh, talking about the VTubers who get like stalked and harassed IRL. This happened to a VTuber. She had a stalker trying to break into her house, and the only reason he found her home is because he planted a tracking device in one of her gifts.
Look at her little, like... What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? Chat. What the... Hold on, hold on.
Wait, dude, she's typing on the fucking screen. She's typing it in OBS to communicate it. Dude, I shouldn't be fucking laughing. It's just fucking crazy how she like moves away from the camera and then the VTuber just dies. Its eyes closed, just slumps down like a dead puppet.
Hold on, hold on.
If I can't see him, he can't see me. If I can't see him, he can't see me. Dude, the music. The music. Dude, this is the music that fucking plays when you get like a random encounter. When you get a random encounter in RPG Maker. Yeah. Makes sense. Makes sense. Was somebody like at her window or something? I don't know, big bang. I'm assuming the door. Could be though. Could be. Yeah, but this shit is just fucking crazy. Like, you don't know what you're introducing your fucking kid to with this stuff. Like, there are fucking weird people online who will do this kind of shit.
Says,
and it's particularly bad with live streamers as well. Maybe Ryan's toy reviews get similar stuff. I don't know. Somehow I doubt that it's to a similar level. Yeah, live streamers just get so much fucking more. The parasociality is like off the charts.
I am not a white person. I am a Korean who thinks in a way similar to Japanese people. And even I think that putting a child on a broadcast and turning them into...
It was midstream. He had a sledgehammer to her front door. Holy fuck.
content is risky, and having her child sing this song is clearly crossing the line of what can be considered a joke. I know that lolicon gets consumed in anime communities as a joke, as a meme. We all know that. But making your own child sing it is so lacking in awareness that, even if you interpret it in the most charitable way possible, it is still a parent crossing the line. And for
what the fuck is this guy saying? Yeah, I know that lolicon gets consumed in anime communities as a
replies,
joke.
quoting C Flamingo saying, I know that lolicon gets consumed in anime communities as a joke, as a meme, and says, which is reprehensible by the way. It's not.
I'm jerking it to drawn children. I'm jerking it to drawn children. Look at me, guys. Look at me, guys. This person has been indoctrinated, lied to, or it should be diagnosed with something.
Casual joke. Presentation Plane also posts on the VTuber drama subreddit, Atsuka Ray daughter drama updates, comments liked by Atsuka Ray that are concerning. And he attaches a bunch of comments that we've already read, also talking about how they find it concerning, and no property replies. Checked a lot of her shorts. She just likes all the comments on them, much. Like, I know a ton of YouTubers that used to hard comments they read for convenience. Seems to be the case here. I know Ray said on stream she made that video because Reika kept singing the song because she heard it both online and IRL. So she wanted to let her have some fun by singing for a short. It was in a pinned comment of said short too, similar to what happened recently with Mouse's song. I think this is just a very unfortunate mistake. Edit, I checked on her other shorts like her Tutorials and 100 subscriber special. Every single comment was hearted, even some that seems to not make any sense. Even some of the new ones on old shorts, though it's no longer all of them, just very few seemingly random ones that appear in her notifs. So I really think this is just an unfortunate mistake where she likes every comment even on that video. I checked on her Tutorial shorts, pretty much every comment was hearted except a few that she probably missed. So yeah, this is a really massive unfortunate mistake. Shout out to our tier 3 members, internet representatives, Kiko, Salsal, called us.
That seems like total fucking pedo cope. Yeah, total fucking pedo cope. $84 donated on that short, link in inbox. There's more than that, no? Pedotuber. Dude, I love the fucking spreadsheet here. W Hengist, holy shit. I call him my top guy for a reason, okay? Pedotuber dono tracker. Okay. Let me readjust here real quick. There's no way those are the only ones, dude. Really? I'm sure there was more than 10 super stickers. I was sure she was making a lot more money. If that's not true, I mean, that's not true. I'll take the L. $84 US. Yeah, but how many Japanese Dong Jiang is that? You checked on 2 accounts. Okay. Let's have a look. $84 in Japanese money. Okay, so it's 14,000 yen, 3,500 yen. I mean, that sounds like a lot of money. Maybe it's not. How much is that in freedom bucks? This is it in freedom bucks. I just know that I think the cost of living is cheaper in Japan, right? But yeah, I don't know. A lot of fucking cash. I would say on a fucking short. That is a lot of money that you're making, and you're tapping into a different demographic. Right? Yeah. 0 Japanese donos. That's very interesting. Really? 0 Japanese donos. Maybe her audience is more diverse than I thought it was. I thought that it was like principally Japanese and then a few other people. Maybe that's wrong though. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. That is all the new updates on the Atsuka Ray stuff then. Okay. Hopefully, I never have to think or talk about that again. Yeah. Most donos are new Taiwanese dollars. I don't know. I don't know what to think about that. That's interesting. Okay. Maybe it's because they're westernized. I didn't peg Taiwan as one of the pedo countries in Asia. I thought they were one of the exceptions. Maybe not. Okay. Very disappointing. Maybe we should just let China fucking take him, dude. I thought they were different. But I guess not. Oh, dear. Hail the CCP. Yeah. The big payoff is that you're signaling to pedos, leaving the cryptic comments that are welcome. They'll come to his streams as well. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's why streamers put clips up on shorts as well, to farm subs and then, yeah, to get viewers in the live streams. Yeah, okay. There we go. I think that's it for the Otsuka Ray stuff. Oh my god. I've got so much Kodiak content. I don't know whether to... I don't know whether to go with that as like a segment, or if I polish it up a little bit more. Because it's a lot of like disconnected tweets over like a long time. Maybe we'll refine it a little bit more and do that tomorrow. That'd be the look in, I think. Yeah. Okay. Nice. Let's go with one more. Okay. People have watched Flint Dibble before, right? People know who I'm talking about when I say the name Flint Dibble. Yeah? That name has echoed around the internet, surely, at this point. He was the guy who went on the Joe Rogan podcast and argued with Graham Hancock. Yeah? About his Ancient Aliens documentary that he did on Netflix. Yeah? He argued with him, went through the archaeology, got into a beef with Joe Rogan, where Joe Rogan was shit-talking him, his physique, how weak he was, whether he had cancer. That was a little micro drama for a while. That was pretty fucking funny. Anyway, he started a YouTube channel. I watched a few of his videos before. I do like the guy. He does good like informative YouTube stuff if you're interested in like ancient history or archaeology. It is pretty good. And also, now he's weighed in. Okay? He's weighed in to online misinformation. He stepped into the political arena and he's done a video exposing Professor Jiang. Professor Jiang, you've probably seen him on Piers Morgan. You've probably seen a few clips of him by now. Talking about, he predicted Trump's presidency. He predicted the war in Iran. He's got these crazy fucking theories. Basically, he's a conspiracy theorist, but secular. Yeah? That's it. Okay, let's go in now. Open mind, open heart. Let's have a look at Flint Dibble's take on Professor Jiang.
Wake up, babe. There's a new pseudo-historian in town with some absolutely amazeballs ideas. This new guy goes by the name of Professor Jiang. And he's not just a pseudo-historian and a conspiracy theorist, but he actually pretends that he's a prophet who can predict the future.
Professor Jiang is a game theorist, best known for his popular predictive history YouTube channel, where he applies his systems of analysis to the past in order to predict the future. Back in 2024, he predicted that Trump would win the presidency, that Trump would go to war with Iran, and that the US would lose that war. This has sparked a flurry of interest in both his work and his rather colourful adjacent opinions.
Jiang's been appearing everywhere lately. He's the talk of the town ever since this war began against Iran.
All right, guys, we've got yet another...
Wait, you haven't fucking heard of him, really? How the fuck did that fake professor get so popular? I mean, he gives, like, fake lectures, pretending that he's giving lectures to people, right? And then post them online. Sometimes that content does well, I guess. But he recently popped off over the Iran war stuff. Like, I'm taking a look at his channel and... yeah, okay, here we are. 12 days ago. Game Theory Lecture number 9. The US-Iran War. 3.9 million views. Eye-watering video.
Heavy hitter guest and first-time guest on the show, Professor Jiang. He is the star of the popular YouTube channel Predictive History. He uses game theory.
Oh my fucking god, of course fucking Breaking Points had this guy on.
To analyze past, current, and to predict future geopolitical events.
But Jiang really got his start right here on YouTube, where he has nearly 2 million subscribers. He gives lectures on current events and mostly actually history topics. So I'm here to tackle all his fake history and archaeology. Welcome back to Archaeology with Flint Dibble. I'm Flint Dibble, and let's debunk the shit out of this fake Professor Jiang. From the start, I want to be absolutely clear. Professor Jiang is absolutely a wacko who spreads insanely harmful conspiracy theories about history and politics. His predictions about the future are mostly not accurate. After all, a broken clock is right twice a day. Professor Jiang is not even a professor. He teaches at a middle school in Beijing called Moonshot Academy. He's never...
Dude, oh my god, 2 minutes into the video and the guy's already getting fucking dibbled.
Taught at a university level. He does not hold any advanced degrees.
Dude, Mr. Jiang! This guy's cooked.
His bachelor degree is in English literature, not historical or geopolitical topics. On his popular YouTube channel...
What else has he got? Okay, so he's got a... Dude, he hasn't even got a master's. What? He's got a Bachelor of Arts, first of all, in English literature. And he teaches Western philosophy.
Historical or geopolitical topics. On his popular YouTube channel, Predictive History, Jiang's entire premise is that he can predict the future by taking knowledge from the history and the geopolitical present. He claims to use a fictional method, psychohistory, which is not a real thing. It's from the Science Fiction Foundation series by Isaac Asimov. Jiang sums up his claims in the first video of his Secret History series.
We'll be looking at all three this semester, the past, the present, and the future. We were analyzing all three in order to construct a more objective reality for ourselves. We will not succeed, we will fail. But the process of trying will train our minds to think much more critically about the world.
Oh my god, you can see how it's all supposed to fucking look. You can see it. It's clearly a fucking middle school place that he's looking at. But he's trying to talk at like a college level and pretend as though he's speaking to like possibly a university class. I can see this now. This is an earlier video. Dude, this is so obviously a fucking middle school classroom.
So,
did Jiang do that to the audio or Dibble? I think this is Jiang.
Let me explain how. In the present, we have geopolitics. When we're studying geopolitics, for example, why is there war in Ukraine? Why is there war in the Middle East? What happened? We'll be studying geopolitics. And we'll try to understand why this is happening. We'll try to formulate an analytical model of geopolitics. Okay, an analytical model.
Oh my god, I barely even fucking saw that. Push in your chair. Push in your chair. Yeah, how often do you see like a university lecture hall where they've got a sign at the front saying, push in your chair, kids. Don't forget to push in your chair.
We will then use this analytical model to make predictions about the future. Why do we do this? Because these predictions will tell us if our analytical model is correct or not. Okay, does that make sense? It's no different from artificial intelligence. How do you know if your artificial intelligence, the model is correct or not? Well, you test it against reality. Okay? There's no difference between that artificial intelligence system and what we're trying to do here. And why are we doing this? Because if we're able to have an analytical model that makes correct predictions, then we can take all this and go back and analyze the past to reveal the secret history of the world. That is a project we are undertaking this semester to discover for ourselves the secret history of humanity.
Is he saying analytical? Yeah, he's trying to say analytical, yeah. But the problem that he comes into, okay, and this is an issue to fucking nerd out for 2 seconds, all right? This is an issue that a lot of people have when they try and sell like snake oil about predicting the future based on history. It kind of never works. And what he's talking about there, when he's talking about like artificial intelligence, that is total fucking bunk, okay? Because when you're training an AI model, what you want is a good ratio between like, I don't know, the complexity of your solution, right? And then you basically need like as much data. Now, I don't want to say it's like equal, but like to make it simple, this shit is basically got to be equal. For the complexity of the problem, you need basically a commensurate amount of like data to be able to make it make sense. The problem is that history is like, I don't know, to like draw it out. History is like this complicated. That's the size of your fucking problem. And then how much data do you actually have from history? Not a lot. You've got certain events that happen in certain years, but you've got like a changing foundation that happens all the time. There's never a very easy way to be able to study it. And so the useful data that you've got is like, like that much. You've got basically that much. That's why you don't have I don't know, like history being able to predict things. It's a huge fucking field, and predictions are pretty scant still. Even international relations, that's its own fucking field of study, and it's not able to make concrete predictions about what fucking happens. Especially with these predictions, as soon as you've made a prediction, you've changed what's going to happen, right? People might listen to your prediction and then make decisions based on it. It's like, what's it called? Like a type 2 fucking chaos system.
Because you may not know this, but all the history that you learn in school...
N-word brought out the MS Paint for this minor point. Yeah, okay, I was going to draw more, but I just figured, like, okay, it's just not fucking worth it, is it?
All that history that you think you know, it is false. Okay? The history that you know, the history that you believe, it is a system implanted into your brains by powerful people.
The first warning sign of a conspiracy theorist is everything you've been taught in schools is a lie. So don't trust scholars. Instead, trust me, a random tinfoil hat wearing middle school teacher on YouTube. Look, at the core of Jiang's teachings is the existence of a conspiratorial secret society of elites that have essentially brainwashed everybody. So yeah, his entire theoretical approach to the past, present, and future is a conspiracy. But okay, I'll admit that he did make one good point in that clip. He said we can test his analytical models on objective reality. And guess what? That's much easier to do by testing it on the past than it is to test it on the still-to-be-seen future. After all, we have concrete evidence for what actually happened in the past. Archaeology, history, all that good stuff. So, if we can see if our evidence matches with what he's teaching about history, we can fact-check him in a sense. And he teaches a whole lot of this so-called secret history. He's got nearly 100 lectures on history and civilizations topics. But look, for me, the first question is, if the history that we're taught in schools is false, then where the heck does Jiang's secret history come from? Well, he explains that here.
Now, when you see me teach, you think, oh, you must have a script. You must have outlined the class. I don't do that. I have a conception. I have a framework in my head. I come to class and I teach. How do I teach? I watch your observations. I watch your facial expressions. And based on your responses, I then start to flesh out the framework.
There is nobody in this fucking classroom right now. He's talking to fucking empty chairs. He's talking to empty fucking chairs. No, lectures don't have a fucking script. You've got a fucking outline.
And how do I do that? Because I'm always accessing a higher force. And I'm receiving this information that I can then articulate to you in class. And that's why, if you have been with me for a long, long time, 10 years, you will know I've never taught the same class ever. You can go on YouTube and watch all my videos. I teach this class different each time. Because each time, what I'm doing is I'm channeling a higher force and bringing it to you.
Yeah, there you have it. From fake Professor Jiang himself. He is channeling a higher force and bringing it to you. His approach is quackery. It's not based in evidence. He's hearing fucking voices.
Dude, what are the voices telling him though? Huh? What are the voices telling him though? Go and take a look at his fucking channel. The first video on there. Jiang Quinn teaches gay telly's research method. What the fuck is this? How long is this video?
So this is our exciting day because we are officially starting the Gay Telly's journalism course. Traditionally, we've understood.
Wait, this guy's teaching fucking journalism. Oh my god, yeah, dude. Okay, this is a middle school.
Journalism and research as this method of just collecting information, organizing it, and then expressing it. But then along came a man named Gay Telly's, and he transformed.
All the fucking chairs in the background. Why do I get the impression this is like an elective that you can take and not a core curriculum?
Expressing it. But then along.
Like, look at all the fucking empty desks. Look at all the empty chairs on the fucking background.
A man named Gay-Talese, and he transformed journalism. He transformed the way we understood research.
Okay, great stuff. Thank you. 8 kids in the whole class? Apparently so.
Jiang is absolutely a false fucking prophet, a cultist nutjob, and not an actual historian or political analyst. Don't believe me? Let's look at his historical analyses to see just how far off his rocker he is. He has a video called Roman Anti-Civilization. He talks through how he applies his so-called analytical models to history.
If he was actually teaching a uni class, they'd all immediately leave as soon as bro says I'm accessing a higher source. Dude, could you imagine, like, a professor or a teaching aide saying that shit? You'd report him to the fucking department. This guy's having psychotic breaks in the middle of class.
So it's a perfect place to test them. He's going to start off by claiming that the Battle of Cannae, where Hannibal slaughtered a Roman army in 216 BC, that is fictional, it's invented. From there, he will claim that Hannibal and the entire Second Punic War is fiction. And from there, that all of Roman history is a lie. So let's put this together step by step. Let's see how he does that.
How do we know what history is true or not? Okay? Now, you would think the answer is, you just ask historians whether it's true or not. You know the answer. The problem is that every historian that you talk to tells you the Battle of Cannae must be historical fact. It must be, even though we don't have any evidence for it. So given that, how can we understand or figure out if it's true or not? Well, in this class, what I teach you is a new historical framework to understand history, okay? So this is predictive history, and we ask ourselves, does the Battle of Cannae fit into a larger historical pattern, okay? Second question we ask is, does it make sense according to game theory? And the third question is, does religion explain the battle? Okay? And when we do this, when we use this framework to understand the Battle of Cannae, our conclusion must be, it didn't happen. It was completely made up.
Dude, you see this all the fucking time with people with, like, no background of history, talking about history. Every single time. Yeah, this big, widely regarded historical event, yeah, didn't happen. Didn't happen. Historians don't even have evidence for it, bro. Really? That's really fascinating. That's fascinating. Go and write in history. Go and study in history. Write a fucking paper proving this didn't exist or putting forward the theory. You'll get fucking prizes, adoration, if you can prove that a cornerstone of Roman history didn't fucking exist, but they never do.
Okay. So this is his analytical model. Sounds real clever, but do you notice something that's missing? Actual evidence? Like, hey, everyone, let's not look at the archaeological or historical evidence closely that we actually have. Instead, let's just apply game theory and look if it makes sense in terms of religion. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, because the reality is that we actually have a lot of evidence. Firsthand historical evidence, the writings of the people who were alive at that time. We have a detailed book-length account of the wars between Carthage and Rome by Polybius, an enslaved Greek historian. He was alive at the time. He was an eyewitness to these events. And this book is confirmed by a wide range of other archaeological and textual sources. For example, there was also a detailed account of this war written by the first Roman historian, Fabius Pictor. Unfortunately, his book has been lost, but he is quoted and cited extensively by later Romans, historians such as Livy and others. Similarly, there is the Roman annalist Lucius Quinctius Alimentus, who was also actually captured by Hannibal, a primary source, an eyewitness. And again, his lost work is cited by later historians like Livy. All of these citations and sources corroborate one another. But let's go watch and see if Jiang's analytical model makes sense or not.
Okay, the Battle of Cannae did not happen. So why? Well, first of all, when we have these great military generals like Hannibal Barca, they tend to become a king. Okay, so think of Napoleon or think of Julius Caesar. Hannibal Barca is the first general that we have that conquered all of Rome and decided, I'm just gonna sit back and retire for the next 50 years, okay? Never happened before. Why didn't he go back to Carthage and claim the kingship, right? Okay, that's the first problem. Second problem
This is fucking idiotic. This is not a problem. Plenty of generals have not tried to be kings. Hello? Have you ever heard of George Washington? Or wait, we have examples from ancient Rome, like good old Cincinnatus, who was a hugely successful general in Rome over 200 years before Hannibal. The Romans made him dictator so he could fight off invaders. He won the battle. Absolutely glorious. He was the top person in Rome, and then he famously set down his own power to go back to farming and return the power to the Republic. You notice the...
Yeah, this guy was fake as well. I don't think Flint Dibble has actually accounted for the fact that this guy was also created by ChatGPT.
Plow in that statue here from Cincinnati. Yes, Cincinnati's named after Cincinnatus, by the way, because he wanted to go be...
Dude, big Rome is an industry. They'd shut him down if he tried. Lost work, but it totally proves the battle is real. Sure thing.
A farmer. And guess what? George Washington deliberately modeled himself off of Cincinnatus. But regardless, none of...
Dick has got pressed when Washington was mentioned. I saw it. Dude, it's just like when Americans will like throat the cock of George Washington. It's like, oh, bro, he was like, he hated black people and stuff. Okay, I want to bring that up. I want to bring up his fucking slave holdings just as a fucking counterpoint. I've got to bite my tongue.
Of this matters for Hannibal, not Napoleon, not Caesar, not George Washington, not Cincinnatus. What matters for Hannibal is our evidence for Hannibal. And he had big political ambitions in Carthage. He was from one of the major elite oligarchical families there. He was leading the fight against the Romans and was getting a lot of fame and prestige from doing so. To claim he had no political ambitions is to just make shit up.
Okay, I hope Dibble will get into how Jiang thinks the Jesuits rule the world. Okay, those are not the kind of J-boys that I think would be fingered for that kind of stuff. Jesuits? What, like Catholic nerds? That's who Jesuits are, right? Like, Jesuit is like a type of Catholic priest. They're like, they're the nerds, aren't they?
That's the first problem. Second problem is game theory, okay? So if you read Roman history, what they will tell you is that Hannibal, after the Battle of Canal, he was stuck in Italy without resources. Then the question is, why don't you go to Carthage, conquer the place, and demand the resources he needs to win against Rome? Why is he sitting back? Okay? Also remember, this is a guy who crossed the Alps on his own initiative. The Carthaginians told him, don't start a war with Rome, Hannibal. And then Hannibal was like, nah, I'm going to go across the Alps. Thank you very much. Okay? So this makes absolutely no sense whatsoever.
No. What the hell doesn't make sense, dude? Hannibal had marched his troops across the Alps in a sneak attack on Italy. We have lots of evidence for this march and what was going on. Hannibal won a whole bunch of battles in Italy. A whole bunch of them. Trasimene, Trebia, Cannae, the one we're talking about. But guess what? He had not won the war. You keep saying he beat...
Dude, what the fuck is this? Does this not seem like a fucking Just So story? What are these lines? Do these make sense? So he does a hop, skip, and a jump over there, okay? And then goes straight down, and then does a winding path. And then, dude, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is he doing here? In what direction is he fucking doing this? Does this seem real? Does these seem like real human movements to you? Who the fuck would want to spend this long in southern Italy?
Rome still had an enormous army. And to get back to Carthage, that meant retreating and abandoning.
It's over the course of a decade? Dude, my point is even fucking stronger. Who would want to spend that long in Italy?
His successes. He did eventually loop around and go back to Carthage, but that's because Rome was able to levy yet another army and a fleet under Scipio Africanus. You ever heard of Scipio Africanus? Who led an attack on Carthage. It was that attack that forced Hannibal to give up his successes in Italy. And that's why Carthage ended up losing in the end, because he had to surrender his successes in Italy. But of course, there's even more insanity from this fake Professor Jiang.
And then from a religious perspective, how do we explain why Hannibal did what he did? And the Roman historians will tell you, oh, it's because his father lost against Rome. He wanted revenge on behalf of his father. That makes no sense, guys, okay? Usually when a Napoleon emerges, it's because he thinks he's a son of God. Think of Napoleon, think of Alexander the Great, think of Julius Caesar, okay? They all have a messianic calling, a divine mission, all right? So from this, only conclusion can be, first of all, Battle of Cannae did not happen. There's no way it could have happened. The second thing is, You can also say that Hannibal Barca did not exist as a person, all right?
Wait, what? He didn't even exist?
Hannibal Barca did not exist as a person, all right?
All right, we're going full on nutso. He says our history doesn't make sense. But the reality is, if you pay attention to what he's saying, his own logic makes no sense. Again, plenty of successful generals have not had a messiah complex. He's going to list Napoleon and Caesar again. Well, I'll talk about George Washington and good old Cincinnatus again. And dozens more generals like them. And now he claims Hannibal didn't exist at all. So not only was the Battle of Cannae not real, which, let's be clear, we have good archaeological evidence here. Wait, let me pull it up. For the abandonment of Cannae at the exact same time that historians write that Hannibal destroyed it, the end of the 3rd century BCE. The settlement disappears right then. We might not have the battlefield itself, but to be honest, that's not that uncommon in ancient times. It was in a farmland, and that field was used for farming later on. We don't have the battlefield for the Battle of Marathon near Athens either, but we do have this enormous artificial burial mound for it. And yes, it's been excavated and verified. But let's just see where he goes, because Jiang's about to go full on wacko.
You can also say that Hannibal Barca.
Dude, I fucking love Flint Diplomat. He's such a fucking boomer. Full on wacko. What's he gonna say? What's he gonna say?
Hannibal Barca did not exist as a person, all right? But then this leads us to a really huge problem, which is, why would the Romans just make this stuff up? Why? Why would they say, we fought this battle and 100,000 of our men got killed by this Carthaginian general Hannibal, who's smarter than us, okay? Well, the reason why is this, Carthage. Okay, that Carthage is at this time in history, about 200 BCE, the most beautiful, the most prosperous, the most cultured city in the world. And what did Romans do? They burned it to the ground and killed everyone. Okay, that's just the Roman way. Now, this is a siege of Carthage that lasted many, many years in the 3rd Punic War. The Romans, if they don't like you, they will come and kill every one of you. Okay, and that's what they did in Carthage. Now, during this war, a Greek named Polybius, Polybius was a hostage of Rome, and he became the official historian of the Roman Empire. So this is a guy who invented the Battle of Cannae. Why? To justify the burning of Carthage, right? Because the Romans are like, why did we kill the Carthaginians? Because that's what we do, man, okay? But Polybius is Greek, and he understands that, if Rome, you're going to be an empire, you need people on your side. You can't go around just killing people. You need to explain your actions. So in other words, Polybius...
What the fuck are you talking about? Rome was a fucking conquering empire. That's what they fucking did. Explain it to people. Are you fucking crazy? What? What the fuck is he talking about? What justification was given for fucking invading Britannia? There was none. That's what Romans do.
In order to justify the Roman Empire, create this entire history of the 2nd Punic War that didn't really happen, okay? Because now it's like, okay, well, the Romans felt threatened by Hannibal, right? Hannibal was going to destroy them, and so they all saw Carthage as a threat, and therefore they had to destroy Carthage. Now it's much more reasonable, okay? So Polybius basically made the entire history of Rome. The thing to remember about history is that,
dude, why would a fucking slave of his own initiative decide that he's going to do PR for Rome? What's the incentive there?
If you're a military power, you don't write history. Why? Because you're not capable of reflection. You're not capable of deep cultural production. Okay? So the Romans won all these battles and got the Greeks to write the history for them, to just justify why they did what they did.
Wait, no. Greek history was like a unique thing that they like developed through philosophy, right? That's why that happened. What the fuck are you talking about? That's not true at all. The Babylonians, for example, were a massive conquering empire around like 700 BCE, and they wrote meticulous records about when they invaded people. Dude, this is so fucking retarded. Even I know it's retarded.
Okay, does that make sense, guys?
And I'm fucking dog shit history.
All right. So again, I hate to say,
guess who didn't get raped? Oh, shut the fuck up, mate. Like your fucking wall did anything. Holy fuck.
This, but basically, all Roman history is complete nonsense.
700 BCE, I'm insane. Wait, is that not when the Babylonian Empire existed?
What the fuck, man? If all of Roman history is nonsense, then your entire argument doesn't make any sense. Like the
Fuck! I'm off by a I'm not off by a millennia, okay? I'm off by a century. Thank you very much.
Argument is the Romans needed a justification to destroy.
I meant the 7th century BCE. I meant the 7th century BCE. Okay? Yeah, I'm right.
Carthage, so they invented one. But if Roman history is made up, then they didn't destroy Carthage, which means there's no justification to make this up. It's like a circle of fucking bullshit. The reality is that such claims are just there so that he can justify saying whatever the fuck he wants. He doesn't need evidence because the evidence isn't real. Or maybe it's just all about whatever that voice in his head says to him. Either way, he's got no evidence, and there's mountains of it against him. For example, his claims that no Roman historians were writing history. False! We have dozens of them. And as I said, one of them was actually captured by Hannibal himself. We also have plenty of actual archaeological evidence for this war between Rome and Hannibal. As I mentioned, archaeological surveys show the town of Cannae was abandoned at this time, which matches Polybius and others who say that Hannibal destroyed it. We can also see Hannibal's successes in Italy. Our historical sources tell us that major cities like Capua, the second largest city in Italy, had allied with Hannibal after his military success. Archaeologically, we have evidence for this. We have coins minted by Capua as an independent power right at the end of the 3rd century BC when Hannibal's there. And we even have coins minted by Hannibal and the Carthaginians in southern Italy so they could pay off locals and stuff like that there and soldiers. All of this is reported, for example, in an article like this one from 1953 by Charles Hirsch, which, by the way, has nothing to do with the Punic Wars. It just has to do with coins in the Roman Republic. We also have archaeological sites in the Alps that document Hannibal's crossing. The residue of dung left behind by the horses and elephants, for example.
Dude, Flint Dibbles provided his evidence as a retort, and it's literal bullshit. What the fuck?
Well, the increase of organic carbon and moisture originated from trampling vegetation and dung from animals, provided an organic base supporting the ingress of Clostridia, a prominent endospore-producing bacterial component of the mammalian gut. This is right there in the Alps at a camp set up by Hannibal on his way in.
Well, how the fuck can they even detect this? Dude, I was watching a fucking, I think the dinosaur documentary that got released on on Netflix, directed by Steven Spielberg. I was watching that the other day, and I just wonder sometimes, like, how the fuck do people even know this shit? Really? A discrete kind of bacteria originating in specific animal dung. It's just, it sounds fake. It sounds made up. It sounds fake.
We also have, for example, an elephant bone in Spain that was probably from the elephants of this journey. It's like direct physical evidence. This is well dated along the route that Hannibal took. And then finally, we do have evidence of...
Like, dude, how the fuck do you know it's a fucking... Dude, this is what I thought... Okay, maybe there's ways of telling it and looking at this and knowing that it's a fucking animal bone. How the fuck from this little granule, this little nugget, do you know it's a girl? What? I don't know. Like, obviously this stuff is fucking real, right? But every time I hear, like, a science communicator say this stuff, I just can't help but think, like, it sounds like bullshit, though, doesn't it? It just sounds like bullshit with no education, no knowledge, nothing. It's like, not sure about that. Not sure about that.
Along the route that Hannibal took. And then finally, we do have evidence of some battles. For example, the siege of Ugento, where there's 450 excavated lead sling bullets and bolts from Roman scorpions from this war. The sum total of historical, archaeological, artistic, and numismatic evidence for the Second Punic War would fill a small library. And instead, Jiang is like, nah, Roman history is just nonsense. Just like other bullshit artists on TikTok.
It always blows my mind talking to people who have invested their lives in the study of ancient Rome because y'all don't seem to realize it didn't exist. It was bred in circuses. It's a circus, man.
Yeah, That's you, fake Professor Jiang. You're a nut job just like her. And if you somehow think that Jiang has anything interesting to say, well, you've been misled. He's just making up shit.
Dude, I fucking love that. I do actually love that as a retort. Really? You hold this niche heterodox opinion? Here's a woman saying it. That stupid bitch on the screen? Yeah, she believes that as well. Still feeling so confident? Huh? You look like a fucking fool right now.
Stop. He's a wacko. But hey.
Dude, I'm telling you, women just can't do the same fucking shit. They don't have the authority in their fucking voice. I don't know what reason it is. Women just can't get away with the same fucking history bullshit.
At least we can have some fun laughing at him. Let's put on our conspiracy theory hats and laugh at the clown.
Okay, I think the greatest secret out there.
No fucking way. When did this shit happen, man? This looks like it was a fucking while ago. Sneeko, Professor Jiang. Dude, wait, what? He did a recent one. Because I'm seeing a clip from 6 days ago. But this is from like a while ago. Wait, that's from a month ago. I'm guessing they've been doing a lot of fucking collabs recently. Okay.
Is that the history that we've been taught about evolution, about development of humanity, it's all fake, okay? So we have about 10,000 years of human history. That's it. But we know that we Homo sapiens have been around for about 200,000 years, okay? That's the best estimate. So what were we doing for the rest of this time? Okay, that's a question that science has never really answered for us. Okay, that's point of.
What the fuck do you mean? We were fucking about with caves, okay? We have got a certain amount of history. We just don't have civilized history. That's the fucking issue. We were fucking about with caves and, like, domesticating the dog, and we were off doing fucking side quests.
Number one. Point number two is that we have some archaeological sites that are close to us, okay? So Göbekli Tepe in Turkey.
Yeah, we just spent a very, very long time being very smart monkeys. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't really invent houses. We didn't get, like, cultured civilizations or, like, permanent settlements. We were, like, fucking meandering about, like, fucking nomads, hunting shit, being monkey.
Turkey, okay? Göbekli Tepe, Turkey. Tepe in Turkey. We've only uncovered 5% of all of it. And we have, and so why we haven't uncovered the rest of it? It's not about money issue. It's because the truth will destroy the traditional narrative. Then you have...
Dude, Göbekli Tepe, if you don't fucking know. It's the same fucking bullshit that Graham Hancock is into as well.
The Amazon in Brazil. And how we're discovering how these ancient civilizations existed in the Amazon before. And also, these ancient civilizations were the ones that actually created the Amazon. Because the Amazon itself is not an organic creation. It was a man-made creation. So if you do... I mean, like if you just work from first principles, what you recognize is that we've probably had civilizations before this, okay, that were destroyed in the Great Flood, okay, or what's technically called the geomagnetic excursion, the magnetic pole excursion. We just say that the magnetic poles, the north and south, they switch every 6,000 years, okay?
Why would that cause a flood?
And when you do that, you change the geography, the topology of the Earth. You cause massive floods. You cause climate change, and these civilizations were destroyed. So
when did that last fucking happen? Aren't we overdue one? Because it's been like what, like 1 million years since we had the last one. When was the last geomagnetic reversal?
We are not part of the first civilization. Okay. Another thing is the pyramids.
Dude, the latest reversal was. Wait for it. 780,000 years ago. 780,000 years ago.
The Egyptian pyramids. We are not able to create the Egyptian pyramids using the technology that we have today. Okay, it's incredible to think about how, we have the most advanced spaceships and computers, but we're not actually able to recreate the pyramid.
We able to go to moon, but cannot make block. We cannot make block of stone in triangle. Of course we can! What the fuck are you talking about? We've made much better fucking architecture than the pyramids. Can we be honest? The pyramids are shit. The pyramids are fucking shit. It's a bunch of stones stacked in a fucking triangle that looks like shit, okay? They don't look grand. They just look big and heavy, and that's it. Dude, we've done better shit than that. The Burj Khalifa is better.
What the fuck, man? How many stupid fake history conspiracy theories can you cram into 2 minutes? It's like listening to Jimmy Corsetti on steroids. Evolution is not real. Archaeologists are hiding our past. They aren't digging Göbekli Tepe. Which, all right, come on. Let's be real here. They are absolutely digging Göbekli Tepe. They have an
Dude, the fuck is this? What the fuck? They really need to get the most Neolithic looking ass guy to fucking take a look at our first settlements as human beings. What the fuck? Am I seeing something that nobody else is seeing? This guy looks like a fucking Neanderthal, no?
excavation field season every single year. Archaeologists want to understand it. I've got a great video interview with the field director, Dr. Lee Clare, about recent discoveries, and a new one's coming up soon on the news story of the site that these excavations are showing. Jiang then, of course, switches to Graham Hancock-style lost civilizations, floods, and more. And he somehow thinks, we can't build the fucking pyramids with our technology because we don't know how to cut stones and move them.
Oh, okay. I've watched this guy's shit before. Okay, prediction. Copper saws with sand and water.
What a fucking idiot. How is this guy so popular? It's all just like a grab bag of conspiracy theories. Nut job here, nut job there, amazeballs there. Here, let's listen to him. Let's listen to his deep dive on evolution and see just how fucking stupid this guy is.
Wait, what?
Even today, evolution.
Wait, what? We're moving on to evolution already? Dude, talk about the fucking copper saws. Am I off on this? I don't know if I'm right. Cut, blocks, pyramid, water, sand, copper saw? Oh, is this it? Wait, is this ancient precision cuts? We'll take a look at this short. I want to see if I'm right. Is this just supposed to like spook? Okay. What? What emotion is this supposed to arise in me? Whatever it's trying to. Is it supposed to be spooky? Is this supposed to be scary? Dude, I'm like not getting anything from this. Okay. Oh, okay. Is this it? Ancient Egyptian granite sawing technology. Recreation. Sounds like meditation, yeah.
From this procedure, what exactly are we going to use? We're going to use the saw. We also need a granite block and some grinding agent. Finally, some water, H2O.
Wait, is this an auto-translate? This is an audio track. Why does he sound like a racist impression of a British person? How did he just fucking pronounce water?
What exactly are we going to use? We're going to use the saw. We also need a granite block and some grinding agent. Finally, some water, H2O. Well, what sort of result would you like to achieve? And how long it's expected to take? I've been practicing doing this at home previously and managed to...
Fuck. These are Russians who are supposed to be fucking translated into like American English. And then they're hitting me with the fucking water. Anyway, this is like I guess like a 4-minute long video. The title's there if you want to go and watch it. This is just a plausible theory for how they can cut granite pretty fucking easily. Yeah? Okay. Because he sounds just like you. He doesn't sound anything like me. Okay? Water. Water.
It's a dominant paradigm, meaning that you cannot question.
What the fuck do you mean? Are you being obtuse on purpose? I don't know what you're asking me about, dude.
Evolution. If you question evolution, it means you're crazy. Okay, but I'm crazy, so we're gonna question evolution today. All right, so you've said this in school, but evolution means we came from monkeys, apes, and then there were different species of humans, and eventually the best, our species, the Homo sapiens, won out. Okay? So what evolution says is that we are just a monkey, guys, okay? We're just a monkey. And what do monkeys do? Monkeys like to have sex, monkeys like to eat, monkeys like to fart. That's all we are. We're just monkeys.
I mean, that's like all animals, no? Like eating and fucking? That's kind of like an animal thing rather than a monkey thing.
Look at this stupid fucking monkey here. Can you believe this?
Whoa! Jesus Christ! Can you say that about Asians? I don't think you can say that about Asians, do you? Right? Flint, you're dibbling too hard, bro.
Guy actually got a BA in English literature from Yale. He clearly didn't learn a goddamn thing while there, or else professors at Yale in the 90s weren't teaching shit. Because, you know, monkeys fart and we don't.
Evolution does work, and it works for most animals, except when it comes to human beings. Okay? Because the idea of evolution is gradual progress. But we don't know how we went from the ape, okay, to the human. We share with the ape.
Well, no, we still are apes, right? That's like the whole idea. Like we still are apes.
Other monkeys, 99.9% of DNA. But we don't know why we're so different from the ape. Okay? That's the first problem.
Dude, this guy just says shit like this. Like, oh, we don't know. We've got no clue. The scientists have actually got no explanation for why the sun comes up in the morning. Yeah, that's a fact. It's like, look, we do. We've got an idea of how it works, actually.
Second problem is humans have been around for about 200,000 years. Okay? That's a long, long time. We only have maybe 50,000 years of history. So where do the other 100,000, 150,000 years go? We don't know. Okay? So this is also another huge problem with the theory of evolution. The third problem is, according to evolution, there should be many different types of human beings. But in fact, there's only one, Homo sapiens. Now, what scientists will tell you is, well, before there were different species, the Neanderthal, the Cro-Magnon, and then gradually Homo sapiens took them over. And you can believe that, but it's problematic because according to evolution, there should be many, many different types of humans, okay? Maybe some with 6 fingers, some with 3 eyes, like animals. Okay,
why?
so
what the fuck do you mean? Is there like a type of elephant with like 1 eye? Is there a type of elephant with like 12 different fucking trunks, like a fucking octopus? I don't think so.
The lack of diversity in the human species, it doesn't really fit into the evolution model, okay?
Yeah, man. All those fucking animals with 3 eyes and 6 fingers keep channeling those voices. I mean, oh, I wish I could have a conversation. Where are you, voices? Come on. It sounds like such a fun time, right? So, okay, look, none of these are problems.
Explain it then. What? The fucking ape stuff. What do you want me to explain, Angus? What do you want me to attempt to explain? How lower apes became humans? I don't know, it's like just more efficient to walk on 2 legs and shit, innit? You know? You can't walk faster, but you can like run for longer. That's like the basic idea, I think. Something like that, yeah?
Problems. I mean, none of them. First of all, human history did not start 50,000 years ago. It only started a few thousand years ago. And we...
Okay, we're back. Nice. You said we know and didn't explain it. What? Like, we know why humans have been around for, like, 200,000 years, and we've only got 50,000 years of human history. Well, it's because, like, humans have got, like, a unique ability, you know? We've, like, super specced into the skill tree of, like, intelligence. And so humans are, like, the only creatures who can effectively communicate information to each other. And so there's not just, like, a development in, like, our species and, like, our genetics. There's also development in terms of, like, our knowledge, right? It's where, like, innovation comes from. I think that's the basic idea for why we've got this many years of human history and only this many years of human civilized history. It's like on different orders, right?
Evidence for humans and our ancestors going back millions of years. We have fossils, we have stone tools, we have discovered dozens of species of our ancestors and cousins in our evolutionary timeline. We've discovered that we've interbred with them. They've interbred with each other. Look, I've got an excellent interview with Dr. Chris Stringer covering some of the recent advances in human evolution and fossils and things like that. I have other videos on similar topics as well. Again, I don't know what else to tell you. This dude is just vibing with voices in his head. He's ignoring all the actual evidence that we have. But hey, maybe he's farting while doing it, right? And let's be honest. Guess what? His ideas on Egyptian history are just as nutty.
Inside the pyramid are granite stones, and outside are limestones. And this is a perfect way to trap and store energy. Okay, so think of a solar panel. Where the sun and the moon reflects light onto the pyramids, and this energy is stored inside the pyramid. Okay?
I'm thinking.
And so this is a great theory. And again, there are lots of people who believe in this because...
What, dude? POV, you just whipped your cock out in the middle of a lesson with Professor Jiang.
And so this is a great
Put
theory.
That back in
and again, there are lots of people who believe in...
Dude, what the fuck was that POV?
In this, because this is actually much more plausible than the tomb theory.
I mean, what the fuck? Is he just mainlining conspiracy theories and teaching them as history? Like, yeah, the pyramids were fucking tombs. The debate is absolutely fake. I've got a whole video on this, complete with an interview with Zahi Hawass. Go check it out. It's a good one. And yes, guess what? We've discovered mummified remains in several of them. For example, the well-dated and well-studied remains of Pharaoh Ra-Neferef at Abu Sir. In the unfinished pyramid, it's a fucking pyramid. There's mummies in there. We also have sarcophagi and burial goods inside pyramids, as well as writing that indicates their age and their use as tombs. But hey, whatever. He's going to get even crazier. He's going to go absolutely amazeballs when he discusses pharaohs, rulership, and power in ancient Egypt. So just wait. Get ready to laugh. Get ready to laugh. So first off, we have to go back to him channeling voices because this actually relates. This is in a video that's part of a diatribe into what makes a powerful person in history and today. It's a lecture on the psychology of evil, the evil of those that rule us and the successful ones, for example. Let's check this out.
To do well in life, you need these three skills. Unpredictability. No one knows how you think. No one knows how you behave. High stress tolerance. You don't care. Lack of empathy. You're very selfish. Okay? And these are the three skills that leaders need in order to do well. But you know what? We can just use one word to describe all three skills. The word we can use is dissociation.
Right, okay, so here, what the fuck have we got? Egypt, Pharaoh, very important, that seems to make sense. Mesopotamia, war, maybe. The IVC. Dude, what the fuck is the IVC? Proto-Buddhism religion. And then China. I feel like you're missing out some world superpowers there, no? And what the fuck is the IVC?
Dissociation just means that your mind...
Imperial something something China?
Mind is part of your body. When you dissociate, what literally happens is your mind leaves your body so that you don't think that what's happening is happening to you. It's happening to someone else. It's like you become an observer in a movie, okay? You're in the movie, but you're also watching the movie. And this is what leads to these three things: unpredictability, high stress tolerance, and lack of empathy. Okay? Another word for dissociation that we use is multiple personality disorder.
I don't even know what's going on. So this is Jiang's theory of political success. You need to be unpredictable, handle stress well, and lack empathy. I guess that sounds like a bunch of asshole politicians, but he claims that this is accomplished through dissociation or multiple personality disorder. Maybe he's channeling those higher voices again? Look, I don't know what to tell you. Professor Jiang is a whack job. Stop taking him seriously. Look, I don't know what to tell you. Professor Jiang is a whack job. Stop taking him seriously. And of course,
Am I
he's going to
dissociating?
apply all of this to pharaohs back in ancient Egypt.
I mean, Frank Dibbler's not like a psychiatrist. I mean, neither am I, but he's not attempting to talk about that point. I mean, multiple personality disorder might be characterized by a symptom of disassociation, but a lot of disorders are like symptomized by disassociation as well. It's not the only fucking thing. Multiple personality disorder has like unique symptoms or complaints that people have like outside of the disassociation. You might as well say depression.
Every human brain can be programmed in a certain way. Okay?
He said that shit twice, he lost. Yeah, but Professor Jiang also just said Blaine, so we're on level playing field right now. It's 1-1.
Every human brain can be programmed in a certain way.
Wayne.
Okay? So let's go back to the story. What's going on here? This is a recipe for programming the pharaoh into separate ideas.
Programming. Programming. This guy's a fucking moron.
Identities. All three of these individuals, Ra, Osiris, Horus, represent different identities. Ra represents the virtuous.
Dude, I can't fucking stop hearing it now. What?
Different identities. Ra represents the virtuous hero.
That would just be racist.
Right? Osiris represents the passive victim. And Horus represents the vengeful child. Okay? Does that make sense? Okay? So, by doing these different rituals, I can get the pharaoh to believe he's a different person in different circumstance. So, while the pharaoh is drugged up, the pharaoh is dressed up as Ra, and he will take an effigy or a real person, and he will stab, lance, burn, or strangle that person to feel as though you're a virtuous hero. And also what will happen is that the pharaoh will then be asked to be Osiris. And guess what? The person will be put in a tomb, cut up, and have sex with a prostitute, okay? Pretending to be a priest. And then Horus will be, of course, this, okay? So this is
Horus will be rapes. Dude, Horus will be rapes. What is it? Vengeful child equals rapes. I think there's a little bit of a Horus in us all, you know? I think there's just a little bit of Horus in us all. Big Horus energy. Dude, what the fuck? And you won't even say the word.
And Horus will be, of course, this, okay?
You know, this one, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying there. Dude, multiple.
So this is all to create trauma, which creates disassociation, which allows the priest to program the pharaoh. Okay?
It sounds like he keeps saying feral to me, but I keep on thinking he's talking about furry shit. Dude, I think he's saying pharaoh, right?
Does that make sense?
No, that does not make any fucking sense. You are absolutely nuts, man. And his videos have 60 million views. None of this is what happened in ancient Egypt. There is zero evidence for any of that. He is literally just making it all up as he goes. Or rather, it's told to him from voices on high. I don't know, because I think he's probably the one who's dissociating. Like, seriously, Jiang, seek help. And you know what's really weird is that there's actually an audience.
Yeah, did he say 60 million? I haven't seen any videos that he's put out of that have got 60 million. Maybe he's talking about his channel in total? His channel in total has got 60 million views. Yeah.
There, like a live audience for these lectures. The claim, the fiction, I think, is that these are middle schoolers that Jiang teaches, but I really don't think that's the case. It sounds...
What do you mean there's a lot of evidence of rape in ancient Egypt? Dude, we can barely get evidence of rape now. The average Google doc has got a testimony and nothing else. What the fuck are you talking about? A lot of evidence of rape. That sounds like an oxymoron to me.
More like a group of followers.
Speaking for Horus is everywhere, okay?
Adults, they're definitely adults, who sometimes ask him questions that he answers in the middle of a lecture, like this one on the pharaohs.
Are there any questions so far? Yeah? Sorry. Can you speak in the microphone, please?
So they only trained the pharaoh. by this method and not his relatives, no, his brothers or something?
Okay, that's a great question. So who's being trained into this system? And the answer is everyone, right? Because the people really in control are the priests. They're what we today call the deep state. And it's possible the pharaoh gets an accident and dies. Okay, so you need someone right away to replace the pharaoh. So everyone in the royal family is being trained into this. The problem arises when the priest class divides into different political factions who all want power. Then they program the pharaoh's brother to create a civil war.
Yeah, it's the deep fucking state. Of course it is. Everything is a conspiracy to this dude. This is just, amazeballs, nutso, wacko. I am absolutely running out of words to use here. And yeah, I'd like to say we can just stop here when it's all just kind of funny. Ha 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 ha, 60 million people, 60 million views, 2 million subscribers on this kind of stuff. But it gets worse. It gets much fucking worse. Because the ultimate conspiracy theory of all, that a secret cabal of Jewish people control the world, is at the heart of Jiang's secret histories. It's just outright anti-Semitism.
Let's go!
Right. At the heart and the head of the...
Wait, I thought it was Jesuits. I thought it was fucking Catholics. What? What the fuck do you mean? It's Jews.
American economy is the president of the United States. You've argued that Trump is not the most powerful person in America, and you've inferred that actually the real power base is Israel. Explain that.
Is that a conspiracy theory? It depends. It depends how you phrase it. It depends what idea you're trying to say. If you want to say that the current war in Iran is led primarily by Israeli influence, that is just objectively correct. It depends how far you go with that, I guess. Guy, maybe we'll have to judge.
Right. So I actually don't say the real power base is Israel. What I say is that the real power base are a collection of secret societies that have an eschatological view of this war. And these secret societies include the Freemasons, which are now called the Rosicrucians and the Knights Templars. They include Jewish organizations called the Sephardim Frankists, who are embedded in religious movements called Shabbat Lubavitch. And then you have the Jesuits. You have a collection of secret societies. And they believe that a war in the Middle East would start a process that would culminate in the end times and the return of Jesus, the arrival of the Jewish Messiah, the building of a one world government.
Yeah, Jiang, you don't think it's Israel. It's just the Freemasons and other Jewish groups and all the secret powers who control the levers of power.
It's fucking crazy, the idea that Christians and Jews are coming together to bring about the Jewish Messiah. Dude, Christians have already got that ticked on their fucking box, no?
Create this situation. What the fuck? This dude traffics in the ultimate anti-Semitic theories, protocols of Zion type stuff. And to top it off, guess what?
No, okay. I'm gonna resign myself. This guy isn't talking about the correct, accurate version of, this kind of take. He's talking about the anti-Semitic conspiracy theory.
He's a Holocaust denier too, of course.
Holy fuck, I am glad I made that fucking preface. I'm glad I made that declaration before we got into this. No! Oh my god. Okay.
We don't actually have any concrete evidence for the Holocaust.
You surely can't be defending Dibble now. I'm riding with Dibble all the fucking way, okay? I'm dibbling for the rest of this fucking video.
Yeah.
That's where he cuts off the clip as well. W.
We don't have any concrete evidence. Come on, man. We have a lot of concrete evidence for the Holocaust. We have photographs. We have concentration camps like physical remains. We have documentary sources. Nearly 200,000 people who survived the Holocaust are still alive, as are many million more people who witnessed it in some form or another. I cannot emphasize enough the point that the mainstream popularity of this dude is harmful. He is a nutjob conspiracy theorist. In his interview with Sneeko, he won't talk about the Holocaust for risk of banning his channel. But Jiang does make some pretty false claims about Hitler. Claims we know are false because we have his writings, Mein Kampf, and his actions. And again, there is plentiful evidence for the Holocaust killing 6 million Jews and millions of other people too.
If you look at the history of World War II and the rise of Hitler, well, there's a lot of suspicious activity. Okay, I mean, like I don't want to get into it because I don't want to ban Vtuber. Okay, yeah. But no, I mean but if you look at some of the evidence, the evidence will tell you is that Hitler had every reason to work with the Zionists, right? Because Hitler's ambition was to get rid of the Jews. Mm-hmm. He didn't want to kill the Jews because that would look bad. What he wanted to do was get the Jews.
Dude, this guy is obsessed with thinking that murderous despots care about fucking PR. It's crazy. They spoke about expelling Jews. That was considered at some point, and the eventual conclusion that they came to is that they would have to then go to war with the Jewish state later on. Like, this is explicitly in, like, meetings that they had when they're planning for the final solution. They're talking in coded language, but, like, it's pretty clear that they exclude expelling them.
And make them leave, right?
I'm really not sure what the fuck the interview is laughing at. This shit is some pretty disgusting anti-Semitic conspiracy theory.
Oh my god, dude. Flint Dibble has got no fucking clue who Sneeko is.
What I want to do is, the evidence will tell you is that Hitler had every reason to work with the Zionists, right? Because Hitler's ambition was to get rid of the Jews. Mm-hmm. He didn't want to kill the Jews because that would look bad. What he wanted to do was get the Jews and make them leave, right?
I'm really not sure what the fuck the interview is laughing at. This shit is some pretty disgusting anti-Semitic conspiracy theories. I'm absolutely disgusted at everything here. And while Piers Morgan, to his credit, did ask Jiang about the anti-Semitic tropes, it was not nearly enough pushback.
I mean, a lot of people say a lot of what you've just said is a load of fantastical baloney and driven by anti-Semitic tropes. What do you say to that?
Look, I completely sympathize with this argument. 5 years ago...
This guy seems very soy. Flint Dibble is just like a normal fucking person, okay? He is somebody, like, saying that the Holocaust never happened, and, like, his back gets up, like a normal person. He's not been brain-rotted by the internet.
Look, I completely sympathize with this argument. 5 years ago, I would have said the same thing about this sort of argument and thinking.
Yeah. 5 years ago. Whatever, man. It's still fucking anti-Semitic today. Denying recent history, suggesting there's a secret society of Jewish-controlled groups that run history and education. That is anti-Semitism in a nutshell. The reality is we just have to listen to what Jiang says to know that we can dismiss him. He is quite clear and quite open about the fact that his bullshit is only just speculation.
Now, when I teach, I don't engage in historical analysis. I engage in speculative analysis.
So he doesn't engage in historical analysis while teaching. Instead, he engages in speculative analysis. So look, everybody, can we just stop parading this idiot around? He's a bullshit artist who makes it up as he goes. He freely admits it.
Well, I mean, again, I don't actually use documentary evidence in my classes. I use a lot of first principle thinking. Okay, but I'm trying to explain why the House of Saud is in charge, who put them in power, and why they were put into power, and who the British Empire would trust to put into power. Okay, so the British Empire put the House of Saud into power. Why would they do that? And well, they would do that because they know the House of Saud would be loyal to the British Empire. And why would they be loyal? Because the House of Saud is compromised and they're secretly crypto Jews, and therefore they have no choice but to align with a greater power, whether it's the British Empire or the American Empire afterwards. So again, I don't have evidence, but I'm saying this is what makes the most sense for me, right?
The fucking Saudi monarchy are Jews. Is every monarch imposed by the British Empire ever? Have they all been Jewish as well?
He's got no documentary evidence. He just makes up his anti-Semitic bullshit because it makes sense to him. No evidence. Just vibes, man. It makes so much sense, doesn't it?
So it's the universe communicating with me so that I can understand the divine comedy, so I can communicate with others as well. And like that's a great secret that these elites understand. Like in school, we're taught that, it's all just material and it's all just process. So if you want to write an essay, just follow this work process and you'll write a great essay. And you know what? No author, no writer in the world has ever followed this stupid process of doing research, forming a thesis, create evidence, do the structure, do the outline, edit it, blah, blah, and now you have an essay, okay? That's what
Einstein? Every scientist ever since, I don't know, like the early 1900s?
They teach you in school because that's what's convenient to teach you. But if you look at every single genius, if you look at every person who's creative, it's all through imagination. It's all through inspiration. It's like this: you woke up one day and you have this compulsion to write something or draw something. Okay, you can't help yourself. And you're completely focused on the moment because you are being possessed by a certain entity, that a muse or an angel or God.
Yeah, the problem with that is, like, you do have true geniuses who are possessed by the moment and just give like a flurry of thought. Like, oh my god, what the fuck is that Indian mathematician called? What the fuck was the guy's name? Ramanujan? Yeah, Ramanujan. He was like that, right? But for every Ramanujan who is a true genius, who doesn't give thought to following the process and giving his proofs, you've got like 100,000 million fucking morons who do need to follow the process because they are retarded.
I cannot emphasize this enough. This so-called Professor Jiang is a fraud. He freely admits that he uses no evidence. He does no research. He just goes with whatever possesses him in the moment. A vibe, an angel, a demon, whatever. He clearly freebases conspiracy theories like an online junkie and peddles some of the worst anti-Semitic conspiracies that are out there. There are now several other good videos on YouTube that break down the problems with his arguments. I'll link to them in the video description below. Nobody, and I mean nobody, should be talking to this dude. Nobody should be listening to this dude. He needs help. And given his meteoric rise in popularity, his committed following, and his invites on a lot of mainstream channels now, it's clear that we live in a sick society. So please share this and make sure nobody else listens to this fake professor and his stream of bullshit. Peace out, all. My next video will be on some real archaeology.
Dude, this guy's got his own fucking theme song. Oh my fucking god, dude. I fucking love Frank Devil, man. I fucking love Frank Devil. Okay, like, subscribe. Fuck it, I'm listening to the rest of this. Okay, there's no more fucking lyrics. Okay, nice. Nice, nice. Did I say Frank? I keep on saying Frank. Fuck. Flint Dibble. Flint Dibble. That's his fucking name. Oh, dude. Dibble, you're raped. Dude, he fucking dibbled him so fucking hard. It's amazing. It's amazing. I fucking love him. Oh, there we go. What did he link in the description? I don't know who these people are. Professor Jiang is a horrible teacher. Professor Jiang is a total fraud. Junk history #1. Okay, I don't know who these people are. And I doubt that any of them are going to stand up to the same high standards that I hold for Frank Dibble. That's fucking great. I don't know if this doctor guy is onto something. Professor Jiang. Apparently, okay, this is just something that the West doesn't have very much, that the East has had for quite a while. But, like, people who aren't aligned with a specific religion, who will just give, like, random conspiracy theories, and they're like an enlightened guru. That's, like, the whole idea behind it. That's, like, the whole idea behind it. They're not going to talk about religion to you. They're not going to talk about God. but they're just kind of like secular guru conspiracy theorists. Yeah. Dude, I fucking love it. Okay. Nice. Nice. I don't know why this guy got so fucking big. I want to go back and watch the interview that Piers Morgan did with him now. Because the way that Piers Morgan introduced to him, it sounded fucking retarded. Oh yeah, this guy's like predicted everything. This guy's like predicted everything correct, ever. Wait, he's not on the panel. Alright, I'll just go in for the fucking interview.
As the father of 4 daughters and hearing a missile hit a...
Yeah, I'm not interested in any of this. Give me a bit of Jiang. Yes, okay. Let's get a little bit of Jiang.
Thank you.
Professor Jiang is a game theorist, best known for his popular predictive history YouTube channel, where he applies his systems of analysis to the past in order to predict the future. Back in 2024, he predicted that Trump would win the presidency, that Trump would go to war with Iran, and that the US would lose that war. Must have sparked a flurry of interest in both his work and his rather colourful adjacent opinions. Professor Jiang joins me now. Professor Jiang, thank you very much indeed for joining me on Uncensored.
Hi, Piers.
Let me start with these 3 big predictions, because you've been...
By what fucking standard is he a game theorist? I don't know. I don't know if you can... Is game theorist a title that you can have? Maybe if you've, like, published in the area of game theory. Maybe. I don't know. I genuinely... It's like a totally fucking meaningless term. I don't know.
Proven, obviously, completely right about 2 of them. And the third one is now unfurling before our eyes. Are you confident that you'll be proven right with the third prediction, that Iran ultimately will prevail in this war?
Right. So right now the United States and Iran are fighting a war of attrition. The United States is trying to degrade Iran's military capacity, and Iran is trying to strangle the world economy. And it turns out that Iran is putting a lot of pressure on the GCC. And I think at the end of the day, the United States will be compelled to send ground forces. Once the United States sends in ground forces, there's no turning back.
Wait, hold on. This was 3 days ago. When did the reporting come out that the United States was sending in ground forces? USA, ground forces, Iran. Is this really a prediction from him? This came out days ago. No? Discussions about this.
It's all in. The sunk cost fallacy.
Yeah, here we are. Financial Times, a week ago. Donald Trump. Oh, could you fuck off? Donald Trump raises stakes in Iran by weighing deployment of US ground forces. A week ago, NBC reports the same thing. And then 4 days ago, could the US deploy troops to Iran, and how could that play out? This has been a thing that several people have fucking predicted.
Kicks in. It'll be another Vietnam for the United States, because Iran is a mountain fortress. And the United States right now doesn't have the manpower, the manufacturing capacity, and the political will to fight a long war of attrition on the ground in Iran.
Right, so I think because of what you've said at the end there, it's highly unlikely that Trump would commit ground forces, because he's always pledged not to, and I think he would see the inherent danger of that. So if he doesn't commit ground forces, how do you see this war playing out?
Well, right now, if Trump doesn't commit ground troops, he does have a variety of options. The first option is just to simply declare victory and call it a day.
Dude, every single one of the things he's saying I've just heard 20 times before from different commentators. No? He's just like recycling other people's takes, I feel like, at this point. That's exactly what he's fucking doing, right? Okay. Great stuff. Great stuff. Bachelor's in English Literature. How far can it take you? Fantastic. Okay. Interesting. Interesting stuff. What does this guy mean if he's seen the future? Dude, he's heard the fucking voices. He's heard the fucking voices, man. Maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, nice. Kodiak. Well, let me check donos. We'll see. Because otherwise we'll just head over to Kick and do something over there. That might be fun. Okay. Yeah, I'll leave the Kodiak one until tomorrow, I think. Just because I've got all the stuff that I'll need for it, but I'll probably, like, weave it together a little bit more. Yeah, and then we'll do that tomorrow. Nice. Nice. I think you mean Kodake. Yeah, Kodake. Can't even get the fucking... can't even get the handle for his own YouTube channel. Rough. Very, very rough. Yeah, we'll do that tomorrow, okay? Listen, you're not missing out on anything, mate, alright? Don't worry about it. Content is insanely fucking dry right now. There's going to be other things to talk about. Speaking of which, is he still live? And he doesn't even show up. No. Also, I've noticed a very interesting thing, okay? His Twitch VODs disappear. Yeah. He deletes his fucking Twitch VODs. So he was live today, and he was live yesterday as well. Makes it very, very hard to farm this guy if he's going to delete his VODs every time he goes live. 6 days ago? He's been live several times since then. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Anyway, is there anything else we want to cover on YouTube? Otherwise, we'll head over to Kick, and I'll watch the... Yeah, I'll go and watch the documentary that Morale wanted. Yeah, I'll watch the documentary that Morale sent over to me. Nice. I hate that you can't use Filmot for VODs. Oh, what, Twitch VODs? Yeah, it's very fucking annoying. Very, very fucking annoying. Okay. We're gonna do it. Head over to Kick. Okay? I'm gonna spam the link. We'll head over there, and then we'll start doing the content. Little bit of eugenic stuff, like I promised you. Okay? Nice. Do I get the fucking... How the fuck do I get the link? Can somebody give me my Twitch link, please? Session info. Is that where I go for it? No? Okay. View your channel. Kick.com/stickers. Is that where I go for it? Yep, okay. I found it. Thank you, Hengist. All right. Head over there. In like a couple minutes, we'll just turn off the YouTube stream and then get into it over there. Yeah? Okay? Wait, what the fuck has happened to my PC? Nice. Okay. Flood over. Pile in. Okay. Catch you guys later. Lots of love. Goodbye on YouTube. Okay. Move over, guys. Nice. Okay. I'll go and restream and then go channels and then turn the YouTube off. That's the easiest way to be able to do it.